Hold on. 3, 2, 1. You're recording.
Okay, well, hey, welcome everybody to a Conan 2D20 game for Blades and Blasters. This is a little one-shot called Conan in the Pit of Kutallu, and we have our 4 players here, and we're ready to go. So I'm going to get us started. All right. So, captured by the despicable Captain Cajero and his heartless crew, you have languished for days in the dark hold of a slave ship. Once packed with human cargo, the south-sailing ship now brims with food and other commodities traded for flesh in ports along the coast. Cajero has saved his 5 best for a king in Kush known to pay a fortune for exceptional slaves, beautiful virgins to satisfy him in the bedchamber, and skilled warriors to entertain him in the fighting pits. You are one of these 5. The 5th of your number, Dahlia, a breathtaking noble from Aquilonia, has promised each of you a rich reward if you can somehow get her off this ship and back to her family. Such a fortune would be welcome, but so far your escape attempts have met with failure at the hands of the experienced slavers. Your destination cannot be far now. A bleak future seems assured, but fate may have other plans. A storm has been brewing these past few hours, tossing the ship carelessly on increasingly violent waves. Without warning, there's a loud crack, and the ship lurches crazily to one side. As water begins rushing in from a jagged gash in the hull, there's a great deal of commotion in the upper decks, and a pair of wide-eyed slavers, led by the cruel first mate Muro, rush down the stairs. Muro hands one a key and instructs him to free Dahlia. You aren't sure what he intends for the rest of you, but one thing is certain. You don't have much time before the hull fills with salty brine and you meet your end in a wooden grave far beneath an angry sea. And so here you are in the hold of this 3-decked ship. Your current situation is that you are each chained to this mast that runs up through all the decks of the ship. You can see your 3 slavers over there on the steps. And so you're all can be in a seated position, or you can stand up. You just don't have much mobility. Your 2 hands are chained in front of you, and that is connected to the mast.
Is it connected to the mast via a ring?
Specific right away when he instructs them to free the girl.
Is are our chains connected to the mast by a ring, or are we looped together, or
yeah, okay. They're individual rings.
Okay. The Sumerian just starts grunts and starts like seeing if there's any give in the ring, kind of like tugging at it.
Yeah, he's been tugging at that for days.
Yeah.
You're all kind of undernourished and exhausted, and except for Matanga, who was only captured a few days ago, you've been down here long enough now that you're feeling kind of famished and a little mentally delirious, and not, it's just you're not in a good way. And you've tried things to get away, and it just has not worked so far. But in any case, so this Muro guy who you've kind of come to despise, he's particularly cruel, and you've felt his lash a few times, just seemingly for the fun of it. He hands one of the slavers the key, and he says, "Free the woman, leave the others." And he kind of looks at Miro and says, "Which woman?" And he says, "The beautiful one. Don't be an idiot. Get her up there quick. The ship's going down." And Miro turns and heads up the stairs. And so this guy hands the other guy, who has a cutlass kind of loosely in one hand, he hands him his big cudgel and kind of gets the key out. He looks like he's a little clumsy and not too used to having to do these fine coordination things, and he just sort of goes over to Dahlia and kind of uncomfortably sort of tries to get by her to insert the key, and she just kind of stands there staring at him.
Hypatia suddenly she lets out a cough to get his attention, and she's standing, I'm assuming since they're females, they'd probably be wrist up and ankles down, that way they could grab them or whatever.
Yep.
And she's like, gets all like, and she's all presented herself like, "Why aren't you getting me?" And she's looking at him.
He just looks at her and kind of shrugs, and he says, "Sorry, orders."
I too heard your captain says to get the beautiful one, did he not?
The guy in the stairs just starts, he lets out a laugh. And he goes, "And that's what we're doing, getting the beautiful one. Shut up."
How far away is this guy?
He is right next to Vero, and he's now getting the key, and he's kind of getting it out to put it in her.
Could I try and grab him and wrap my chains around his throat?
You could.
I'm gonna try and do that.
Okay. So that would be, you would use your fists. I'm going to let you attempt a stealth check first to see if he is aware, and you can do what's called an exploit, since he's not, as long as he doesn't catch on,
Okay.
you'll get
I don't see my token, so I can't pull up the macros.
Oh, you can't see your token at all?
All I see is this greenish screen with a couple of drawn X's on it. Am I not supposed to be seeing that?
Really? No.
Maybe I should. I'll try and reload. See if that helps.
I see my token just fine and everybody.
Yeah, that's
Like we
odd.
typed though, the first three screens were all blacked out.
I'm reloading right now. See if that helps.
Oh, the first three screens were actually blacked out.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I could tell you were doing page changes, but they were all just black screen, like the Fog of War was on.
oh my gosh, yeah, I accidentally put the dynamic lighting on. Wow,
Awesome.
that's
Okay.
terrible. Well, that
Got my
sucks.
token.
Makes me want to do it again. Oh well, that's a shame. All right, so
Oh God.
all right, so now you can see your token.
Yeah. Now everything's frozen for me. It's taking a while to load. Ah, damn it. 1 second. Sorry. I don't know why it's being like this right now.
So, just for the rest of you, in Conan, kind of sneak attacks, they don't really have a backstab or a sneak attack thing. Instead, it's like an exploit, which is an action you can do in place of, like an attack. And
Oh, yay.
wow, that was great. So you needed one success, and so he generated two. So that's going to give him a momentum. So what do you want to do with that momentum?
Are we talking purely from the combat moves, or are you just asking me?
Well, I'm just saying. So do you could add that to, this is your stealth, so you could definitely, it would make sense you could carry that over into your exploit or your attack.
Okay, yeah.
He's completely
definitely-
unaware.
Yeah, I'd like to add damage to this for sure.
Okay. So why don't you make your? Do you want to try an exploit, or do you want to just do a regular attack?
An exploit.
Not sure
An exploit.
if that would help you too much.
No, that would scare him.
That would
And
be
that would
a
just-
piercing. Yeah, it gives you piercing to your attack and adds a damage to your. It gives you a bonus die to your attack and a bonus die to the damage if you do an exploit. So I'm kind of giving you a free ambush attack is how I'm seeing the exploit as.
All right.
So that's an observation check. That's where that comes in.
That's my observation like.
Just to see if you get any bonus on that.
Where are you, observation?
It should all be alphabetical on your macro.
There you are. Oh. I have nothing in observation. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to attack.
Okay. So he will not parry. You'll have 3 dice unless you want to give me any doom to add up to 2 more dice. That's up to you.
It's early in the scene. I might as well. I gave you...
Okay.
Turn into 5.
Okay.
4. I'm going to reroll
oh,
one of those.
I'm sorry. No. You still have to do your fist attack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was the stealth check to make
My bad.
to see if he's surprised. So he's not going to parry. He's not going to do anything. You just your target number is 1.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
4 successes.
Holy crap. Okay, so that is 4 successes. So that's 3 momentum. So you can spend that momentum from the combat chart, or
I'm going to spend 2 of that to add +2 to my damage.
okay. And what do you want to do with the third one?
I'm going to save it in the pool for everyone else.
Okay.
And
So that is, oh wow, that's 4, 5, 6 damage to this guy.
Yeah, that is 6. Wow. Okay. You have got the chains around his neck, and he's completely taken by surprise. And you kind of pull on the chains, and he's choking out real fast. What are the rest of you doing while this happens? The guy with the cutlass, kind of, his eyes kind of widen at this unexpected sudden move, and he looks like he's about to lunge forward.
are we down here getting wet?
There is water seeping in from down here.
Because if it's hitting my feet, then by all means, I'm going to try to slip free of my bonds.
Does that, what we're tied to, does it kind of rotate?
Does the mast? No, the mast is pretty solid.
I see.
But when he reaches up to grab the chain to struggle with you, the key kind of falls free and kind of skitters along the floor. With the ship is kind of lurching around, and Matanga, the key kind of falls near you.
Okay, so Matanga says, Kellen, get ready. We're almost
Get the key!
I would like to reach for the key.
Okay. Make a coordination check for me.
Coordination.
One target number. So there is 1 momentum in the pool. If you would like to use that, you can use that to add, so that you have 3 dice to attempt this. It's a target of 1, so you need at least 1 success to grab that key as it's kind of sliding along the floor.
You said coordination.
Yes, that should be right
I
in.
have-
Yeah, you go here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Not coordination. How about I could see sailing or thievery. Either one of those I could see,
Thievery.
or even acrobatics. Any of those 3 could make sense to me.
Okay. So I'll do thievery,
Okay.
and I will use that 1 momentum to kind of make sure that I am succeeding.
Okay. So you'll get to roll 3 dice.
3 dice.
And in theory, oh, perfect.
Ooh, I think I got a complication.
You did, but you also got 2 successes.
Okay.
So you grab the key, and you have it, but something unfortunate happens.
Okay.
So you grab the key, but you're fumbling around with it, and in the process, you're kind of you're slipping to the floor. The boat is kind of lurching around back and forth in the heavy waves. So you're in danger of losing control of the key. So there's kind of this precarious situation over here. Kellen, you see him. He's kind of almost like juggling like a football with that key, trying to.
Yeah,
trying to
Kellen would basically reach out, and he takes his hands as far as he can reach and tries to like help him grab the key to control it.
You can also make a shot at it.
I'll probably do
There's
acrobatics.
a momentum left. Yeah, there's a momentum left over.
Yeah,
from
I'll
his-
definitely use it.
from his thing. So you might.
Acrobatics, dice 3, correct?
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah. He kind of he's bobbling this thing in the air, and you reach up and snag it. In one very deft motion, and that leaves 2 momentum. So you can either bank that for someone else to use, or you can describe something amazing, like you could spend 2 of those 2 to like do another quick action, like even
Unlock myself?
Unlock yourself real quick, like. In one quick motion, you kind of snatch it on the way to unlocking it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So Kellen like grabs it and just immediately turns it in and just like sticks it in the keyhole and turns it as quick as possible and rips his arms free. And,
Okay. What is Hypatia doing while this is happening?
Like I said, if the water's hitting me, I'm gonna try to slip my feet free.
Okay. Yep. Well, your feet are not chained. It's just the wrists
Oh, okay, just the
that are
hands.
chained. Yep.
And we said it was just kind of pointless to try and break free because we've been doing this.
You've been trying to break free for days. Yeah. That's probably not going to work.
I just have the key in my hand. You could snag it from me, probably.
We were hired to escort this girl too.
You and Varro were escorting her when they were captured. Kellen and Matanga were captured separately. But since you've all been chained to this lovely mast, you've kind of gotten to know each other a little bit over the days that have passed.
Okay. If that's the case, Hypatia would lunge as far forward as she could, trying to make room behind her, and she'd be screaming out, going, "Dahlia, get behind me as close as you can." And if I'm able to, I'll try to step forward and kick the dude while being chained.
Yeah, okay. Alright, she sort of is a little able to get out of your way, and you're able to make sort of a reaching kick at this. Are you talking about the guy with that?
Yeah, he's got
borrowed
he's
chain?
choking out with chain.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and make a fist check for me against one target number, and I'll give you one bonus momentum just because he's like chained and kind of helpless. So you can roll 3 dice for that.
3 dice. Okay. Oh, that's only ranged attacks to do.
All right. Yep, you hit him, and in fact, you get 2 successes because that one of them was in focus. So you hit him with 3 dice in the left leg. You can. You have 1 momentum you can spend on something like increased damage or something like that if you want to look at your attack momentum spends, or you can just bank it for someone else. That's fine.
I'll spend the 1 to reroll damage.
Okay, so go ahead and give me 3 damage dice. Wow. All right. You don't have to reroll any of those if you don't want. You got a 1, 1, and a 2. That's up to you. That's not a bad roll.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you
Because
got
I can only reroll ranged dice anyway.
No, you spent 1 momentum to be able to re-roll. So if you had gotten any misses, you could have re-rolled those misses.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought.
see what I'm saying?
Okay, 3 dice. I read the damage as something different.
Oh, I see. No, you were gonna get 3 dice to roll.
Okay, so 4 damage base, and if I re-roll, I had to re-roll all 3 dice again.
No, you can re-roll any of the ones you want, but you got a 1, 1, and a 2, which aren't bad results. You didn't get.
I'll re-roll just for learning purpose. I'll re-roll one of the ones.
Okay, go ahead. So roll 1 die 6 then. Yeah, so that became a miss. So that's
Okay,
3.
that's
That's
3
3
points,
total.
okay.
Yep. Okay. So he has. Yeah, he's going to. You can tell you kick him in the nuts, and he's already choking out fast on this chain. And so that's what you do. And this guy with the cutlass kind of stumbles forward a little bit. It's kind of hard to move very effectively on this moving ship, the way it's violently kind of lurching back and forth. But he kind of tries to make a lunge at you, Varro, with his cutlass.
All right. I want to use the guy to try and parry it.
All right. Yeah, you've got the guy in the chain. You could definitely parry with that guy. So I will let you. Let's see. I'll get a doom for that parry, but that makes sense. All right. I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna spend a couple points of doom to give this guy 4 dice because he's looking pretty desperate right now. So your parry would be 2, and you can spend more doom if you want more dice on your parry.
I've already given you some doom already. I don't think I'm going to give you any more, so I'm just going to roll straight to you D20.
Okay, go ahead and give me your 2 parry then. Let's see what happens.
2.
Ooh, all right.
Nice.
So that increases his difficulty to 2. All right. So he missed. And for fun, I'm gonna say he stabs the other guy. Your parry puts the other guy in the way, and his cutlass goes right into his stomach. And that finished him pretty damn quick. So that guy is definitely gone. All right. So what do you guys want to do now? He just buried his cutlass in his fellow slaver. And
I mean, Kellen would hand over the key to Matanga and then start heading around the mast to go throttle this guy.
okay. All right, so Matanga, you take the key from Kellen, or accept it from him. So Kellen, I'm just gonna make that a kind of a quick action. You can,
Okay.
If you want to go after that guy, you can.
Yeah, he basically is running around slipping on the water, just screaming as he's coming around.
All right. He's trying to yank his cutlass out in time to kind of recover, but there's no way he's gonna do that before you can get to him. So he does not have any reach advantage or anything. You're right in with him. So go ahead. I'll spend a doom for him to try to parry a little bit, and we'll see how well he can do with that. Are you going to do a straight attack, or you want more dice? It's always the give me more doom.
No, let me see. Probably just straight attack.
All right.
Yeah, let's just do straight
All
attack.
right. Let's see what his parry does. Ooh, he gets 2 successes because of his focus.
Okay.
So your difficulty is a 2, so you need at least 2 to get him.
Okay, so Brian. Here we go. Nope.
That is 2 because you got focus. Well,
gotcha.
awesome. Okay, so you hit him you punch him in the head.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get 4 dice. And you don't get any momentum though, so this is just gonna be straight up 4 dice.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
So the damage is that in the.
That would be your damage dice. ZZ damage
Oh,
dice.
okay.
All the dice are right at the end.
Gotcha. And that's 4? 4
Yep,
damage dice?
you do 4. Okay, and that's an effect, an effect, an effect, and a miss. So you get to re-roll that miss.
Okay.
So just 1 more die.
Mm-hmm.
That's off his special, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for him. That's his.
Wow.
One of his.
5 with 3 effects.
Okay. 5, and he is gonna be stunned too. That's pretty nasty.
Yeah, instead of like a punch, it's more like a overhead, like hammer fist to the top of the skull, right?
Ow. Yeah. Okay. I have to look up stun real quick. Staggered condition.
I think it
All right.
means
It would cost me 3 doom to have him avoid the stun effect. I'm not going to spend 3 doom for him to not be stunned. So, yeah. And that 5, that's enough to wound him as well. So he actually has a wound. Not good. And that actually takes him down. your hammer fist down on his head. He looks up like he's trying to pull his cutlass out, and your fist just comes straight down. I mean, you can hear the crunch of his skull, and he just goes face down into the gathering water that is now gathering around your feet, and you can feel that it is coming in faster. So that was Kellen, and Matanga,
Matanga now has like this dilemma. Who does he hate less between Hypatia and Varro? And he can't decide, and he's like,
Varro is literally saying, "Free Lady Dahlia."
You haven't freed yourself yet, remember?
I know.
So he's gonna free himself first.
Yep.
And then he's gonna hear what Varro said, and he's like, he was gonna do it anyway, but he's a little angry that Varro said it, and now he has to do it.
I was gonna do it anyways, not because you told me to.
Yeah, I was gonna quiet you. I'm gonna do it anyway. And then he kind of goes over and frees Lady Dahlia first.
Okay.
And then, okay, I guess that's it. Can I hand over the key to Hypatia?
Yeah, after you're done unlocking, you could give that to Hypatia, sure.
Yes, so I'll unlock Lady Dahlia and give the key to Hypatia.
Okay. And you can see the water is spreading fast. So it's you're working as fast as you can to get this key going. So next, you three are free, and now Hypatia is working herself free, and the only one left is Varro standing over there.
Yep.
While they're working on those the keys there, what are you doing next, Kellen?
Kellen's like, Skull Splitter, where is Skull Splitter? And he's going to kind of see if he can try to find where his battle axe is.
Okay. You're where you are. So what are you going to do?
Oh God.
You can see, over here there are some wooden doors that are closed. This area over here, down in this hold, they've been trading the slaves. They've been trading out, slave room for all these casks of food and wine and other tradables.
So he kind of thinks better of that, and he's like internally thinking that someone probably took his weapon, one of the guards or something.
Mm-hmm.
So instead he reaches down and grabs the cutlass.
Okay. All right. I will give you a cutlass then. Okay. So Matanga, after you free Dahlia, what are you doing next? Hypatia's working, right? Hypatia is going to be working on her chains, and Dahlia kind of is taking her chains off and kind of rubbing her wrists that look like they're very uncomfortable for a noble lady.
Yeah.
Matanga is going to take a moment to look at Dahlia, because she is beautiful and he can't help it. And then he's going to pick up the cudgel from the person who Varro choked.
Okay. Yeah, that's floating around in the water. So you
Cool.
grab that.
I grabbed that. I just want to come here and kind of take a quick look as to how bad this breach looks like.
Okay. It's there's a jagged rock that the ship seems to keep bumping into some jagged rock that is sticking up from below, and you're guessing that you can see rather that the bottom hull, that it's been shattered with about a 3-foot wide gap.
Okay, so we don't have too much time, so he's just going to come back and say,
No, not too much.
hurry up, not too much time here.
Let's go.
All right, Hypatia, you're done. What are you doing next with the key? Or what are you doing next, rather?
As soon as she gets done, she'll dunk her hands in the water real quick and then grab Dale. What's her name? Dahlia?
Mm-hmm.
Grab her. She goes, here, toss them in the water. The salt will sting, but it'll make the wound soothe in time. Then I'll leave her doing that, and then run around and go up to Varro and just look at him with a sly grin on his face. Shall I free you?
That would be most kind.
You owe me.
And the silence is deafening when
Yeah,
he says that.
Yeah, he just nods and holds out his manacled hands.
All right. So He is freeing. What are the rest of you guys doing while he's freeing, or she is freeing Varro?
I'm going to give a little stab to the guy I knocked unconscious just 'cause in the back.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna finish him for sure.
Matanga would kind of want to go a little ahead, maybe up the stairs, and try and get a sense of what is up there.
Okay.
Just let me know if I'm doing too many actions. Or
No,
just
yeah,
move-
I will. Yeah, that's fine. I'll stop you if you're going too far.
Do we
But
know?
you have a little time while they're freeing themselves. That's why I was asking if you wanted to be doing anything while that's all going on. What
Yeah,
were you
I would
asking
be.
there?
Yeah.
Do we know other parts of the ship? I'm assuming that we were originally kept maybe in the slave hold, or
This was the hold, the slave hold.
yeah.
You've been kept down here the whole time. You know that there are 3 decks. This is the hold. You know that the deck above it looked something like the crew's quarters with a bunch of hammocks around, and then there's the top deck where you think it's the captain's cabin, and then there's a forecastle and an aft castle.
Do we have any idea where they might have put belongings and personal property from captives? Do they have a store hold for?
You did not get to see anything like that. They just took the stuff from you when they captured you, and you were unceremoniously marched downstairs and thrown in irons. So you really don't know what they did with your stuff.
Okay, but you said coming off to the west is where they put food and stuff that they traded for.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And our stuff's probably given off as trophies then that are in the captain's cabin.
All right, Matanga, I'm gonna move you to the next deck because you were tentatively going up those stairs. It sounded like to see what
Yes.
you can see. So yeah, if you scroll down, you can see yourself in the next deck.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And what's your approach? Are you moving stealthily and carefully, or is this sort of a rushed? You're kind of trying to do this quick.
I'm moving stealthily and carefully because I know that the folks behind me are going to take some time.
Okay.
So I'm just like, crouched low and just climbing the stairs, using the thunder and the rain to kind of mask my footsteps.
Yes, yeah. You're not very loud at all, given the ambient noise around you. No one's gonna hear you.
So once I get up there, I kind of look around to see if there are any, enemies around, if the coast is clear.
Okay. You can make an observation check for me. And we'll see what happens.
Observation? Okay, sure.
Yeah, observation. There you go. Okay, you can re-roll one of those.
Yes, I
Because
should
you're
do that.
very observant. There you go. So you got 2 successes. So you definitely get a good sense around. You can spend the extra momentum if you want for like a better look around, or you can bank it if you want to. That's fine.
No, I would like to get a better look around.
Okay. You definitely see there's nobody right here on this deck.
Okay.
At least in this part, you hear a lot of commotion upstairs. You hear who you presume is the captain sound, but it's hard to be sure over the sound of the waves and the and ship. But it sounds like he's giving some pretty frantic orders up top. And there's a door right near you, and that door kind of keeps swinging open and close with the ship, and you can sort of see the glint of metal over here,
Perfect. So,
just a little bit.
so I'm going to sneak up to that door.
Okay.
Can I
Okay.
do something more? And
Yeah, I'll let you, because we'll go back downstairs after we see what you do here.
So
It's gonna take them a minute or two.
okay, so I'm gonna kind of look around, make sure nobody's in there, and then get in there.
Yeah, there's nobody. You don't see anyone.
Excellent.
Yeah, so you can see a pretty nice battle axe just lying there in this chamber. The other thing you see that's of interest, there's a nice kind of leather jerkin that's sitting over there, and it looks like this is an area where they kind of repair things and mend stuff.
Okay, cool. I will be definitely picking up those items.
Okay.
Eating them.
All right. Let's go back up top then, or down below rather. So there, Vero's getting free. Kellen, what are you doing? Dahlia is kind of following Hypatia's direction, kind of tentatively, and putting her hands and her wrists in the salty brine, and she kind of she winces a little bit, but she makes herself do it.
Yeah, Kellen looks at Dahlia and scoffs. Woman, what doing? We need to leave or else you never feel pain again. And he will grab her by the shoulder and kind of try to push her forward.
Yeah, I mean she doesn't resist. She just kind of
how free am I?
You are now free. Like when he pushes her in front of him a little bit, you have just kind of gotten your manacles off.
I shove Kellen away. You will not touch the lady that way.
He puts his cutlass up against your chest and says, "Let's go." And he just goes. If you guys want to be an idiot, argue among yourself, he's just gonna go.
Okay. Yeah, you can see the water is really pouring in now. It's up to your knees at this point.
I mean, that was more of a statement than an argument.
I didn't want to kill you in the first half an hour of the game.
I appreciate that.
All right, so you head up the stairs, and Dahlia kind of looks back at you, Varro, for a moment, and you're not sure if it's gratefulness or if she's just doesn't know what's going on exactly, but she then turns and kind of follows Kellen up the stairs after giving him some room to get ahead.
I'll give a nod to patient. Let's go, and then run upwards.
Okay. So Kellen, when you get up top, you can see Matanga coming back out of this room, and he's holding your battle axe in one hand, and he's got a leather jerkin kind of looped around his other hand.
Yeah, he would step forward. Oh, skull splitter, Matanga! And he walks up and smacks Matanga on the shoulder, and then immediately goes to just take the battle axe from him.
Matanga kind of smiles, and he just kind of tosses the battle axe to Kellen, knowing that he's going to catch it, right? And it's kind of this huge battle axe goes and
yeah, he catches it on the half and just does a flourish with it and kind of tosses the cutlass back towards Matanga, but kind of at his feet, and it just kind of skitters.
And Matanga's going to pick up. He can't pick up the cutlass, but this jerkin that he has, this leather jerkin, does it look like does it look like it's made for a man or a lady?
It looks like it's made for a man.
For a man?
For what?
So is it
man?
It's a man's. Yeah, it's a man's cut.
I see. Okay. So he's going to keep it for now, and take the cutlass.
Okay. I will hand you off the cutlass. All right, you guys down below. You come up and you see this transpiring. The the joyous reunion of Kellen and his battle axe.
Yeah, Hypatia makes sure she steps on the body of the dude that said that she wasn't the pretty one. Stomps, you know, that heavy-footed step over, you know,
Yeah.
pushes him down.
When they both
he does not respond. Yeah.
when they both appear up again, Matanga has this eternal question: who does he hate less? And he says, "I guess a beauty before a prick, eh?" And then he's going to throw his cudgel to Hypatia.
Hypatia will catch it and look at it awkwardly. She's like, "I'd rather have my bow."
Well, in that case, give it to Varro.
Look at him. I said I'd rather keep the cudgel.
That'll be fine. Keep it for yourself, Hypatia. I suspect we'll need it. I'll find something else.
And what is everybody bearing? Like, what are we?
Loincloth, probably.
Loincloth.
Yeah.
Having read the books.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in that case, I'm just definitely going to put on that leather jerkin.
Okay. I'll give you a little. That will give you on your character sheet one protection in the right arm, left arm, and torso. So I just added that for you.
Nice. And then, like before, I'm just going to kind of take the lead and kind of get here and start steadily creeping up once you allow me.
Okay.
Yeah, Kellen would follow Matanga.
Okay, and so you know, my little shorthand for doors when I'm using the lighting is you can see like there's a little dot, little brown dot.
I see.
Those indicate doors because sometimes it's kind of hard to see, and I don't want to have to describe it every time. But yeah, you can see there's a door to another little chamber-ish back there.
So
as
then
you approach those steps.
So if I see the door and Kellen's behind me, I say, in a kind of a lower voice, I say, "Kellen, go check out that door. There might be something behind it."
And Kellen turns and says, "Go check out that door. There might be something behind it." Exactly the word for word.
And who did he say that to? To Matanga back?
No. He's no. He just turned back to the others. He doesn't really specify anyone specific.
Are you other two following along behind them? Dahlia is kind of sticking with Varro at the moment.
Yeah, and I'm, keeping a close eye on her and also looking for something that could be used as a weapon.
Okay. Yeah, there are hammocks strewn around in here. You're not seeing any. I mean, you could pick up something that could be used like a cudgel.
That's fine. I'll take something like that. Better than my bare hands, at least.
Better than your bare hands for sure. Okay.
Unless you have the hammer fist of doom.
Is it
All
too
right,
hard?
so-
Is it too hard to yank a cudgel off? I mean, a hammock off the bunk?
No, not at all.
Okay, I'll do that. If the worst come to worst, you can use it as an improv net.
Yep. All right, and are you guys kind of staying up with the other two as they're heading over to the stairs, or are you holding back? You can feel free to move your character along as other people are moving if you're staying.
I'm definitely advancing, but it's kind of a girl power thing to me. It's like no girl's going to protect her except another girl in my mind, so.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna follow. She looks like she's following along with Varro wherever he goes. She seems like she's gonna be with him.
Yeah, I'm keeping a bit of a distance from Keller and Matanga, but I am following along with them.
Yeah.
Just because, for some reason, the screen for Roll20 just keeps freezing on me.
You keep dropping out.
That's weird. Well, yeah,
It could be reloading, right? But
yeah, I keep reloading it because everything freezes for me after after a while. I have to keep
Really?
reloading.
That's strange.
Like right now, I don't see any tokens except the 2 enemies we killed. Am I still?
Oh
Where am
my!
I?
So you're way behind. Oh, that would explain it. No, go down. Scroll down a little bit. You're on the next deck. You should see the next deck.
Oh, can I? I don't know how to. I
just
think I can
make your screen like zoom out
All right.
and then pane down.
Alrighty. Hold on.
Huh? You can't scroll. That's weird.
Yeah, I'm scrolling, but I still can't see any of it.
Yeah, I just see me, Varo, and Dahlia.
It's freaking weird. Yeah, I'm scrolling now, but again, still can't see.
You don't see Pepius at all?
I do not.
And none of you do?
Let me reload. I'll exit out of the browser and reload it and see if that or.
So I can see everyone.
I can see everyone.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.
Now I can see everyone, yeah.
Yeah, you guys were just a little behind us, but yeah, I can still see you faintly.
Yeah, it's very dark. With the storm, there's a little light coming from above, but it's nighttime at sea, and you're guessing it's the very early hours of the morning, so it's still dark. And,
Yeah. Like I said, I'm keeping a fair distance from Matanga and Keller and raising my eyebrows a bit as the 2 barbarians argue over who should open the door first.
Oh, I was talking to you.
Yeah, he passed that back to you.
Oh, I know.
Matanga smiles at Kellen's response back, and he kind of over the shoulder says, "Hypatia, Varro, check the door. There might be something behind it."
Are you 2 boys that you would fear what is behind a simple door? And
I've got men to kill unless you're offering.
And when you say it, the whole ship lurches again.
Well, it makes more detail than that. I do.
And you can see water starting to come up from below, up those the two staircases rather.
I go up to the door and open it.
Okay.
Matanga wants to do the same thing like before. Creep up as much as possible, and then if it's like one of those like how do you say, like staircases, maybe just put his head up high enough where it cannot be seen by anybody else, but he can get a look around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So you open the door, and at the same time, you're kind of poking your head up. And I'm going to move you to just the top of the stairs down below.
Okay, I can see it.
What you can see in there, yeah.
Okay.
And you can tell, now you can hear, you're up on the top deck, you can tell, just from the light. And the proximity of the voices, they're above you and to the east of you as well.
Okay.
And there's quite a few voices, a lot of commands. You can make an observation check for me.
Okay, cool. I shall do that. Yeah.
That is 3
successes.
Yeah, so what would you like to do with your 2 momentum?
Can I use 1 momentum to kind of get to this door and just peek to kind of get more information, or would
I'll let you kind of in a quick fluid motion you kind of get to the door and you kind of peek out, and I'll just
you can just PM me that, or we can do that later. Just trying to get maybe some tactical advantage for
Yeah.
later on,
Okay.
and then the rest I'll back.
Okay. Okay, good. All right. What about down below? He's kind of peeking up and moving up the steps. What are you guys doing?
Good news is that I think I figured out a solution, but bad news is I still don't know where my token is.
You can't like go down the page at all. Like you don't have a scroll wheel or.
Oh yeah, I am.
Okay.
Oh, that's probably what the problem is. This thing is insanely detailed.
Yeah, it's got all the levels on
Yeah, it's
one
all the
page.
levels are on one page.
Oh boy.
Easy.
Okay.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to split up, right?
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is tough on my computer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
God damn it! It froze up again.
Maybe, yeah, it may just be too much data if you have
Yeah,
a computer or something.
It really is. Yeah, this is a really old computer. I didn't realize. Is there a thing that could like reduce the graphics or something?
I don't know of anything you can do to downgrade the graphics. Yeah, I haven't had this problem before with players, so I didn't plan on it. I didn't try to scale things down too much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just didn't know.
It's been a while since I've done anything that was more than dear to the mind, so it's been a while since I've had to deal with a situation like this. But yeah.
All right.
The DM can adjust the bandwidth, I think. 'Cause I've done games of my own, there's some kind of bandwidth, but it's not available in the player's settings. I don't see it.
Video. So I can change the video bandwidth, right? I've never done that before, though. I'm not sure what the implications of that would be.
Yeah.
We cause it to be less smooth. Selecting a lower option will take less bandwidth. I could try it. I can try
Sure.
putting it on low and see what happens here.
That'd be good because it either freezes or goes completely black for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Grant, you have your video and voice disabled, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's at low, and I can still go to very low. So you tell me if it's
Yeah, let me
better.
check and see if it's better. I'm reloading now. Ah, shit.
I can also reduce some of the sounds. I like to use a lot of sounds, and that takes up some
Yeah.
bandwidth as well too.
I definitely think it's just the size because try and scroll down a little bit and then it'll just freeze and it won't unfreeze.
Huh.
If you just put my token on the left upper corner and so I can actually click it, I can just theater the mind this thing and just assume that I'm sticking close to Dolly and like keeping up with the group.
Okay.
But that
Can
seems like it'd be
can
easier
you
than
see
trying to.
yourself? Yeah. If you can see yourself on the upper left.
I'm right. My screen is stuck right where the two goons we just killed are, so if you could move him there.
Okay. Can even give you a little more light here. A little more light might help you. Can you see yourself now? And I'll just kind of control you down below, so everyone else can see where you are. Are you good now, you think?
Yes, I can use the macro and everything.
Okay, cool.
I'm stuck in this one spot, so I don't know where everyone else is.
We'll have to describe what you're seeing then as you go. All right, so So Matanga went up. What are the other of you doing while he's creeping up the stairs and peeking around up there?
I would like to say I'm stealthy, but probably not. So Kellen just like bolts up the stairs looking for a fight.
Okay.
Battle axe in hand, ready to kill some
He
people.
follows behind. So I've moved you up. So you
Yep.
two down below see him just kind of... Matanga kind of creeps up the steps and looks around, and then he kind of like a panther kind of edges out into the room up there, and then you see Kellen just sort of kind of plunge up the stairs after him with no stealth at all.
Varo, did you say that you were actually going to go to the door?
I opened the door.
Yeah, you open the door. You can make an observation test for me, if you would.
Sure thing. Second. We don't have any momentum, do we?
You can always check that by clicking momentum if any of you ever want to see like what your status is, what the momentum is, what the doom pool is, all that stuff.
Jeez, man, you thought of everything. That's awesome.
I like shortcuts.
All right, that's two successes.
Cool. 2 successes with 1 momentum, so you can spend it to get a much better, like fuller assessment of what you see in there, or you can just get a quick look and bank that.
I'll spend the momentum to get a fuller assessment.
Okay. Well, you can see that in the room there's a table. This looks like kind of like the first mate's room or something like that. There's a table and a couple of chairs. It looks like maybe they were playing dice and cards on the table. And on the table you see a couple of daggers kind of sticking in the table. And you also can see the glint of your shield hanging on the wall, kind of like a trophy.
Excellent. I'll take... how many daggers are there?
There's a total of 3 daggers sticking in the table.
I'll take the 3, give one to Hypatia, one to Dahlia.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take the shield.
All right.
A little bit more protection. Show the worst to her.
Look at this Dahlia and tell her, I said, if you don't wish to get that close, I'll give you my cudgel. Hit a man in the nose, throat, stomach, or balls.
She gladly trades you the dagger for the cudgel. And the way she takes that cudgel, you don't get the sense she's going to be able to do much with it. But
yeah, I said, give her more reach than anything in my mind.
Yeah.
Try to tell her the best. It's the face, the stomach, or the groin. Drop them quick. No fuss. Swing away as hard as you can.
She just kind of looks at you wide-eyed like, yes. That's what you do.
Cool, I got daggers, something I can throw finally.
All right, so
do you want the other one in that case? Because I have one more if you want a bunch of throwing daggers.
If you want, sure, definitely.
I got a stick, so I'm fine.
All right, so as you're doing that, the water, as I said, is definitely coming up. And up top, what are you guys doing up there?
So I think now I would like to know, when I kind of peek through that door with that extra momentum,
yes.
What I saw. And
okay, so I'm gonna take the door away so you can kind of see through. You quickly see, you immediately see a couple of slavers kind of standing there, and they're fighting with the sail, bringing it down and trying to tie things off. So they're very distracted.
So I'm going to step aside and let the main man go in and do what he does best, and I'll say, Kellen, you want to have some fun?
He just goes, "Ah!" and runs out and charges the first guy.
Rushes out.
Swings his axe at the guy's head.
Okay. There we go.
I'll follow Kellen as well.
All right. You guys will be down below. You're like one round behind them. So we'll do one round with them up top, and then you guys will be coming up the stairs kind of after them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you're first. Kellen, how are you approaching this guy? You're coming through the door, and
Oh, he just like rushes through the door and charges and basically takes a not necessarily wild, but like takes
Can't
his.
hear you if you're speaking. You're on mute.
he muted himself.
Oh crap! Sorry. Yeah, Kellen like charges through the door and just and takes the axe kind of behind his shoulder and like swings it straight down towards the middle of this guy's back.
Yeah, he kind of hears. He kind of
Hears me scream.
your yell behind you, and he kind of glances over his shoulder, but he doesn't look alarmed until he sees the crazed look on your face as you're attacking. So, you may make your attack, and
Okay.
if you want. Do you want any extra momentum, or are you content with
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. So your target number's 1. Okay. So target number was successful. No momentum, so it's just going to be a straight 6 dice to the torso. Which these guys have no armor. They're just lightly clothed, etc. Okay.
I'll re-roll the
my
blank,
God.
right?
Yeah, reroll the blank. Oh shit.
Oh,
Still, that's all right. So it's 5 with 1, 2, 3, 4 effects. The vicious makes that 4 more damage. So that's 9 damage in one thing. How would you like to describe that shot to the torso?
so he doesn't get turned around quite in time. So basically, his axe just comes through his left shoulder over the top and just cuts his arm off at the shoulder, like straight down, and blood just like starts spurting everywhere from his shoulder area, and just blood's just everywhere, and just slips to the ground.
And his you can see he's got a cutlass still in his belt as he goes down, just as a side note. And Matanga, you're right behind him, and there's this guy also he's got the other part of the rope that guy had as they were kind of working the mast the sail down. So what are you doing?
So Matanga is going to, he's going to be coming behind Kellen. It's like, and given what Kellen is doing and how Kellen does what he does best, it's almost like everybody's distracted by this huge beast of a man. Matanga kind of sneakily comes across to the other side to this guy and hits him with his cutlass.
All right, so yeah, he hears the scream, and he was facing a little more in the correct direction, but yeah, he is. You're sort of like this guy right behind Kellen, and his attention is all on Kellen of like, holy crap, what is going on? And you sort of dart out from behind him, and he's not going to be able to react in time to parry. I'm not going to give him a parry, so you go ahead. Target number 1. I believe there's one in the so at the last minute he just kind of he takes the rope that's in both of his hands, and he just sort of shoves it up, and it kind of half tangles your arm as you're coming down, and it just throws off your aim. And he kind of desperately starts backing away after having barely fended off your attack.
Cool.
And there are others, as you can see, around on this deck. They are becoming aware that something's happening, but it all happens so very suddenly. Okay, so that's going to be the first round. That was a surprise attack, so they're not really going to get to do anything, although they are reacting and sort of they're aware now. And so this round, you guys down below can come up. I assume that's what you wanted to do, although you don't have to.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
making our way
definitely.
on. We're kind of drowning here, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you are. And I was thinking, part of what may happen is this is a lot of dynamic lighting, and that may really be screwing with your
Yeah, it probably is.
slow system.
I remember when I used to play 5e and they used the dynamic light, it really did a number on my computer, so that might be it.
Yeah, that's probably it. Which sucks because I love the dynamic lighting. But I'll use it as I'll maybe turn it off on something when it gets to be that time here.
Sure.
Okay. Actually, I'll just turn it off now and see if that makes it better. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. It kind of sucks for you to be sitting up there doing nothing.
It's fine.
Does that help?
Let me reload. But I really didn't mind because I'm used to theater of the mind stuff, so.
Theater of the mind.
It's theater of the mind.
Okay.
Okay, looks like it's a lot better. Oh man.
Yeah, it's the dynamic lighting then, clearly. All right, well now you can rejoin us. Let's
Copy us away.
That sounds. Yeah, I'll kill that one, and you've got where you are down below.
Oh.
If you scroll way down, you're with the group.
Oh yay! Okay, cool.
Yay! Okay, so you guys can, if you want, with a single standard action, you could get all the way out to where they are right now. You would not be able to attack. Or you can move into that room and do something else. Kind of up to you.
Well, we definitely want to get out, so I assume we're going to go to the top, to the very top, yeah?
Oh, shoot, I forgot one thing. With your observation, I got you saw Hypatia's longbow also like a trophy on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I would have
My
pointed that
bad.
out. Given
Yeah,
it to her.
so let's give Hypatia her longbow.
A bow.
Your bow.
Japanese schoolgirl.
Don't let the string get wet.
Yeah. And your quiver is still there with it. There's not as many arrows as you'd like, but it's mostly full at the moment. And in Conan, we don't really track ammunition individually, but if you get a complication, that typically means you have lost one of. In this case, you have 3 loads. That means you've lost one of your 3 load arrows, so it dwindles over time.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do? Or you can all kind of act in whatever order you want. You're all going first. I just assumed you wanted to at least move up that much, and you could move another zone out to where they are if you wanted to.
Yeah, if I come out and see Kellen there and they're engaged in combat, I'll definitely worm around them. Are those steps up over here?
You wouldn't actually. Yeah, I guess you would sort of see that. Yes, they are.
Yeah, I'd get up on the steps for elevation and shoot over their heads and be like, out of the way, you smelly oaf! You too!
All right, so that's what you're doing. You're getting up on the steps and loading your bow, so you will be able to shoot next turn. What is Varro doing?
I'll move up here, and I'm just going to keep my cudgel and shield out and essentially wait for them to come to me.
Okay, well these two guys are so well. This guy is on the ground. The guy with the bandana. You see him at Kellen's feet. Matanga has this other guy. He's sort of engaged with this other guy who pulls out like a belaying pin from his belt in response to Matanga's attack. So what do Kellen and Matanga want to do?
Kellen goes to kill the guy that Matanga's. He's like in a blood rage. The closest adversary he just attacks. So he kind of steps over the dead body of the other guy and chops at the guy that Matanga's facing.
And Matanga, what are you doing? You're engaged with the guy. If you wanna smack him first, you can, or you can do something else.
The guy never hit me back. Just to let you know.
No, he didn't. I basically let him. You guys surprised these two guys. They were busy. All he could do was defend himself, and now we're kind of in a full round here, like a new round. So you guys still get to go first.
Cool. So
and just so everyone knows, I could, if I wanted to, I could spend Doom to make individuals go before you, but normally you will go first in the round.
Okay.
But I'm not doing that at this point. You're still first.
Okay, so then Matanga would also attack, just making sure that he dies before he moves on.
Okay, go ahead then. He is this time. I'll spend a Doom to have him parry. Let's see what he does. So it's not going to be enough. He's not that great of a parry. So he succeeded, but it's not a parrying weapon. He really needed more than one. He needed momentum to be able to increase the difficulty. So it's still just a difficulty 1 for your attack.
Okay, so here goes. Yes.
Yep, so you hit. And that is 6 dice to the leg, which of course has no
armor.
Yeah, no armor. So that's 4 plus 2 effects with the vicious. That becomes 6. Yeah. So that's a wound because he has no armor, and he is badly hurt. And Kellen, you're coming in and finishing him off?
Yeah, he just steps over him and just swings down without saying really anything.
Okay, go ahead. That would be 3 successes because of the focus.
I'll bank the momentum.
You have 2 momentum, okay. Alright.
Yeah, and then I'll kill him. I'm sure.
Yeah. Almost certainly. This guy's not that nasty.
And then I'll re-roll one of the other.
Yep, one of the misses. So 5 and 6, 7 damage. Yeah, that's the second wound. Yeah, you Matanga sliced. You gave him a really bad cut on the leg, and then you finish the hack, and his leg goes off completely, and he just collapses in a nasty arterial spurt. And there is no question that his life is ebbing away quickly.
Yeah, Kellen's just covered in blood.
Yeah. And you can see, so Matanga, you finish him, but you're very observant, and you can see that there is this, that the ship keeps like smashing into this rock that's protruding from the ocean. Even in the dark, you can kind of see this shape, and so everybody's kind of lurching around, but these guys respond, and they can see that something nasty's going on, and so this guy pulls out a cudgel and he comes after Kellen, and this guy pulls out a cutlass and also goes after Kellen, who happens to be close by. And this guy over here, he kind of points in your general direction and shouts up to the top, kind of behind you all here, to the west, and he says, "The Slayers are escaping, sir." And so, Kellen, you being attacked, and I'm going to spend 1 doom to give him 3 dice to attack you with. This is the guy with the cudgel. Would you like to defend yourself?
Yes.
All right, so you're going to have to give me 1 doom just to be able to react. And it's 2 dice. If you want any more, you can use some of the banked momentum. There are 3 currently in the pool.
2 dice is good for me.
Okay, so go ahead and do your parry. Oh, you reduce you have the special doom thing, so I don't actually get any doom for that. But you only got 1 success, unfortunately. That is not going to stop his attack, so let's see what he does with 3. 1 success, that is enough. And he gets 5 dice to your right leg. Which do you have? Can you, let's see, I can even do you can always see what your current soak is by clicking the soak.
1.
Yeah, you've got 1 in the leg, so that's gonna stop 1. So let's do, so it's 5.
So does it reduce the dice or just the outcome?
It reduces the outcome.
Okay.
So you take 4. So you lose 4 vitality, which is not enough for a wound. You need 5 for a wound. But he did get 1 effect. So you are going to be stunned and knocked down unless you spend 1 point of doom for each of those conditions that you'd like to stop. Knockdown will put you on the ground, which makes you easier to hit, I believe.
Yeah, I'll do it for both.
Yeah, and the stun isn't too great either. Okay.
You said he got one effect, though, right?
So that was only, if there were 3 effects, he would have to spend 3 doom for each to cancel them. That becomes very expensive to stop those effects.
Yeah, what I was asking is, you said his result was only 1 effect, but you're applying 2 effects to him.
Well, each effect triggers all the different effects that weapon gets. So it becomes stun 1 and knockdown 1. It's not like you're spending them on different effects. Everything is triggered.
The amount of effects basically, I think it just changes the difficulty. Yeah?
What does?
The amount of effects, like...
In the case of stun and knockdown, it changes the amount of doom that has to be spent to avoid that effect.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have to roll anything. You just basically decide to give the GM doom, or in my case for NPCs, I'd have to spend that doom to make it... it is brutal. I'd have to spend that... doom to cancel the effect on an NPC, which, like before with the stun, I didn't bother spending the doom. I didn't think it was where you got 3 effects. I'd have to spend 3 doom just to save this little movement. I didn't care.
Yeah. So I will spend the doom, and for vitality, I'm using the red bubble, right? And we're going up, like shadows.
Actually, now that I think I have to remember. No, red is the number of wounds you have.
Oh, okay.
So you can actually do your green. You can decrease your green bar. Green is your vitality blue. And you guys have, except for Matanga, you guys currently have reduced vitality. Your cap is lower just because of the fatigue of being very underfed. So that will return to you once you kind of have a chance to recover, so you'll actually have a little more vitality. If you run your status, if you click status, you'll see how much fatigue and how much despair you have, and those reduce the maximums of both your vigor and your resolve until you can fix that. So, okay, he comes down with the cudgel, and now the guy with the cutlass is going to try smacking at you.
I'll try to parry again.
You can parry again. So now it would cost normally 2 doom, but because of your special thing, it only costs 1 doom to be able to parry.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let him.
You're not gonna do it. Okay, I will pop the doom back down. I'm just gonna do a regular cutlass attack. Let's just see what. I'm not gonna spend any extra. That is a hit. 4 dice in the right leg. So let's see. 4 dice. Fortunately, it's your protected leg. Ooh, that is 5. Actually, so 6, 7, 8 minus the 1. That's 7.
Ooh, that's a wound.
So that is a wound. Now, this is something you can do in Conan. Even little heavy clothing can be sacrificed to stop a wound if you have armor or a shield in that location.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so obviously
you
I'll
can
do that.
basically have your right leg pants be completely torn to shreds to avoid having that wound, which I would highly recommend.
Yes, I would do that. I didn't see that roll though. That was weird. But
when could he apply fortune spends?
You can spend fortune any time. The relevant effects of fortune in this case would be to recover all of your lost vitality in this case, which may be what you want to do.
Yeah, the second wind is what I was looking at.
It also allows you to eliminate the effects of the doom, the wounds, or
Yep. So since you don't have any, so would that put you at 0, Kellen?
7.
7, I think it would.
I think it would put me at -1.
Yeah, you can't go below 0.
Yeah,
so put yourself at 0. So you're gonna get knocked down. The wind is knocked out of you, and you can spend a fortune, one of your 3 fortune, to kind of get your breath back next round and get back in the fight.
I'll do that.
Okay, so yeah, for a moment, Kellen goes down from a nasty shot with the cutlass to the leg. It looks pretty brutal, and the audience kind of startles and there's a gasp. Okay. And you can see another guy kind of looking out from here, like what's going on. He was getting some stuff in that forward room there. So we're back to a new round. You all can act in whatever order you want to go in, so you can all decide what you want to do.
Let the others go. I'll wait for them. Hypatia or Varro.
I'll go up to the this guy, mustache man, and I'll attack him.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of Varro goes down, kind of probably as you're approaching. You see Varro's leg kind of go out from under him, and he just kind of face plants on the deck. And then this guy kind of looks at you coming at him, and he kind of sneers.
Want me to roll?
Let's see. Are you spending any? Oh, there. So here's an important thing about the momentum pool is that at the end of every round or at the end of every encounter, the momentum pool decreases by 1. It does bleed away over time.
Really?
Yes, it does.
I did not know that.
It doesn't last forever.
Huh.
So I just decreased it. There are still 2 left in this round to be used. So sorry, what are you gonna do?
I was going to use it for the attack. I might use it for the damage.
Actually, the way I do it, I don't. I make damage. Any combat effects after the attack have to be from the momentum generated by the attack itself.
Not just
Because
cool.
otherwise, theoretically, you could say I'm going to give you 100 doom and do 100 extra damage.
I don't think you can use more than 6 momentum at a time, though. That's like one of the rules. That's the hard limit. No more than 6. Burning one action.
But I think the spirit of the rule is that if you the idea behind the momentum is to like use your success to kind of propel you forward.
Right.
So you can use previous successes to make a better attack, and then you can make. And if your attack is very successful, then you can use that to do more damage. You know, it's kind of like one follows the other.
Okay.
And I've seen the one of the developers, and I think he agrees with you, Grant. It sounds like you can spend the momentum pool on combat effects, but for some reason that just seems really cheesy to me. Like you should have to generate it off the roll itself. So if you want a better roll, spend it on the roll. That's just kind of my preference.
All right, well,
but I think technically you're probably correct.
Either one's fine. I'll just use the one of the momentums to add another d20 then. In that case.
So you're going to attack him with 3.
Successes.
I am. Yeah, I was thinking about pairing, but I won't. Okay, so you get 1. You generate 1 momentum off of that.
And I'm gonna put that 1 momentum into my damage to add to my damage.
Okay, so you'll get 3 dice plus 1 damage, and you can re-roll one of them.
And I definitely am.
Yes. So.
Oops. Crap, where are you? Ah, there you are. Alright, so that's 3 damage.
That's two damage. Well, it's 1 for the first, and then 1 for the reroll. The effect
plus my 1
is stun and knockdown. Oh wait, plus 1 for what?
Plus 1 for my momentum that I used.
That's right. 3, and you got a stun and a knockdown effect. I'm gonna let the stun and the knockdown effect stand. I'm not gonna spend any doom to stop that. So he takes 3, and he goes down, and he's stunned. So let's see. There's a little knocky down. He's down and he's stunned. Okay. So did you? So you moved minor action there, attacked him. Okay, so who else is going next?
Hypatia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hypatia, when she hears the guy scream out, "Oh, the prisoners are escaping!" She gets her bow drawn and she looks at this guy over here and does this. No one likes a tattletale, and draws back an arrow and lets it fly at him.
Okay, that is at medium. That's technically at long range, but you make it medium with your special ability.
Yeah, reduces the difficulty. Yeah.
So that's going to be a target number of 2.
Snitches get stitches.
There's no momentum. Did he use it all?
There is. He used 1, so there's still 1 left.
Difficulty 2. Yeah, I'll use the 1 to get an extra die.
Yep, go ahead. You got 3 against 2 with no defense. Ooh, nice.
Very nice.
That's 3. You got a focus there. So that's 3 successes. So you generated 1 momentum. What would you like to do with that? And you actually should have your bow technically that you can use.
Yeah, I can.
You don't have to use your ranged weapon skill. You can do the Bostonian longbow, and that'll put all the extra stuff in there. Let's see. here. We'll take your actual roll, but this is what. So then we'd see where you hit. So you hit in the head. You do 7 dice, and you have piercing. And what the volley means is, if you really, really want to, you can spend one of your loads to add a die to your check. So like you're doing rapid firing of the bow to kind of do a hail of arrows.
Oh, nice.
But,
single target would just be the one shot. So
yeah.
Apply what was to the head.
Yes.
I could apply it for piercing or extra damage.
Well, no. So you're gonna every effect you roll is going to do piercing. Which in this case he doesn't have any armor, so the piercing doesn't really help. He's got no soak.
Oh, okay.
Area. So the piercing isn't really going to help you.
Basically,
but if he did, every effect would negate 1 point of armor. So it's really nasty against armored people. So you got 1. You can either put that back in the pool. You could use it to re-roll dice. As a friend of mine likes to call, he calls it taking insurance, so that if you get a bad roll, you can re-roll the dice you didn't like.
I'll put it back in the pool.
Okay. All right, so you get 7 dice.
Hold on. There.
So yeah, it should be. You should have a damaged ZZ damage dice right near the end of your list of stuff. I'm not seeing anything.
Ian, can you hear us? Oh, he dropped.
Yeah, he was cutting in and out for a second, and then.
Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
now.
I hear you.
Okay, yeah. Everything is like the whole screen shimmered and stuff. But yeah, I had to roll 7 damage dice.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, that's 7.
Is there any misses? Because I can re-roll.
There's
2.
at least one. There's 2.
There are 2 misses. So yeah, why don't you give me 2 more damage dice? Well, at least that's 1 more. Okay, so that's 8 with no armor. That is a wound. And 8. Yeah, you strike him through the throat, or wherever. Actually, where in the head would you like to hit him? It's a pretty fatal attack. Where would you like?
The eye.
The eye?
Yeah.
Yes. The eyes have it. All right. So, he's shouting and pointing, and then suddenly he doesn't have an eye. And he kind of staggers back into these steps.
I would like to spend a fortune point.
Okay.
To gain another standard action and use it for an attack.
Okay. Just to be clear, you only get 3 of those for the whole adventure. Just pointing that out, unless something weird happens, but typically you only have 3.
Yep.
Okay. Very good. I will knock off a fortune point on your character sheet. And who are you attacking?
The same guy. I'd like to dot his eyes.
He's dead, but you can.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot at the other guy then.
That was a fatal shot. I mean, no one surviving that.
Okay, well, I'll pop at the other guy.
Okay, that's also long range, but your ability will make it medium, so that's only a 2 again.
Can I still spell momentum even though I just spent it technically
Yep,
this time?
Yep, it's back in there, and you can spend it again. So
spend it to gain 3 dice.
Success begets
Ooh,
success.
nice.
Oh my goodness. Okay, right in the chest, and you generate 1 momentum from that.
But that's gonna fool, because that's the lucky one.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. And again, 7 more dice. 5, and you can roll 2 more. 5 plus a reroll of 2. 6. That's enough for a wound on this guy too. Yeah. That's a shot right in the chest, and he kind of staggers back into this room, kind of into the shadows of the room. Okay. It's Kellen and Matanga. Kellen, I'm going to have you go last because you're going to be kind of catching your breath.
Yep.
You'll still get to act. I mean, you're just going to kind of pop up and suddenly suddenly be alive and kicking. But Matanga, what are you going to do?
So for my minor action, I'm going to kind of like, kick Kellen in the side and like, you fool, get up.
That must be what wakes him up.
Yep. Hypatia is killing them left, right, and center. And you're taking a nap. And I'm going to use my cutlass on this guy.
Okay. How many dice are you rolling here?
2. I don't want to use the momentum yet.
Okay. See, what is the... I've got 14 doom. Well, I start with 3 per... I start with 1 for every fortune point. Every session I start with 1 for every fortune point. So I started with 12.
How much would it cause to technically cause that rock we're on to suddenly widen the breach?
Why would you give him ideas?
Yeah, I'd have to kind of make that. It'd probably be like a 3 doom spend to suddenly have that do something nasty.
Yeah, that's why I was out of curious. I was like, what kind of mean shit can he do to us?
Yeah, I can.
A lot. He's probably saving it for a big boss, though.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna have him parry.
Cool.
Oops, I went the wrong way. I gave myself doom. And I'm gonna give him an extra die because these guys aren't their best parry. So I spent 1 to parry and spent 1 to have a better parry. So his parry is 2, so that's good. You have a difficulty of 2 now for your attack.
Okay, clutch it. Ooh, and a miss.
Ooh, and he wasted that parry. Yeah, he's kind of one of the bigger brute guys. The guys with the cutlasses aren't as big and brutish. He kind of gives you a smile that's missing many teeth as he prepares to kind of bring down the cudgel on you. And Kellen, it's you. You can spend your fortune.
I will.
And hop back up.
So I spend my fortune, so I just add 10 back to my vitality, correct?
Yeah, give yourself back.
Okay. And so I can act in this turn as well?
Yep.
So as he grunts as he's laying on the ground and gets to his knees and then all of a sudden looks at this guy parrying Matanga's cutlass and just swing, chokes up on the haft of the battle axe and kind of tries to swing it straight up at the guy's crotch as he gets up off the ground.
Yep. Okay, no parry from him.
All right. There we go.
Oh, yeah. There you go. 1 momentum generated off of that. And incidentally, with 2 momentum, you can spend 2 momentum to get a second standard action at 1 higher difficulty. So you could theoretically chain actions if you get enough successes, but it becomes increasingly difficult. Another really interesting thing is if you use momentum to make a second attack and it's a weapon you haven't used already, so it could be your fist, it could be a shield, or a dagger in the other hand or something, then it only costs 1 momentum to do that.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can dual wield that.
Yeah, so if Matanga got a couple daggers, for example, he can be like a little dagger killing machine.
Nice.
Where he can attack more than once. But that's also why you might want to punch. So you got 1 momentum, so you could use that to punch the guy.
Do I have to decide now before damage is total?
Yeah, you have to decide how you're going to spend all your momentum.
I think I'm just gonna go for the damage,
Okay.
knowing
so
how this has been going. Yeah.
All right, 1 extra damage. So 6 dice plus 1 straight up damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow.
And
Now re-roll one of those.
yeah, one of the
Right.
misses. Oh my god.
With an effect.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I count 8 damage. 9 actually with the bonus. So yeah, I count 9. Well, let's see what happens to him. That's a kill. So how would you like to describe?
Yeah, he just as he's coming up with the short haft of the axe right between the legs, and Kellen yells, "That'll teach you to hit me, boy!" And then he gets up and then just kicks the body off of his axe.
All right, yeah, he kind of goes rolling off to the to this I don't know what that cover is.
Do it Conan style. What race are these? Like Argosian or?
Yeah, most of them are Argosian or Zingaran.
Die, you Argosian pig!
Okay, it is. So it is now the bad guy's turn. This guy, he kind of clutches his wherever you hit him. I think you got him in the chest or something. He kind of rolls off, kind of clutching his stomach and kind of staggers to his feet, and that's all he can really do this turn. And he's just trying to keep his feet under him. Meanwhile, up on the upper forecastles, if you scroll down, you can actually see sort of the stuff on the forecastle and the aft castle. There are more people up there. And you can see, after that guy shouted, that some people are starting to notice and make their way closer. So, for example, this guy kind of comes down the steps to there. A couple of those guys. Couple more guys coming down this way. So you can see they're coming on fast. And you hear the captain very clearly shouting, "What's happening down there?" And you hear the distinctive voice of Muro saying, "Those damn prisoners got out, or the damn slaves got out." And you can see him kind of at the top of the, kind of looking down from the top of the railing there, if you can see where he is. Yeah. And you see him pull out his whip in one hand and his cutlass in the other. And that's the round. So it's back to you guys.
Just continue the same way. Varo, Hypatia, Matanga, Kelly.
Yeah, that's fine. Hypatia probably should go first because she can take him out of the distance, and then we can see what we need to do, right?
Yeah. So I can scream, Hypatia, do what you do.
Is she gonna have cover up above by chance? Do they have cover?
You are, so technically, like, if you scroll down, you are kind of right there too.
Yeah, because I was thinking of doing an acrobatic flip back and then shooting up towards them.
You could shoot the captain from where you were. Maybe.
That's kind of raised up with a big sail.
Yeah, maybe not.
The captain the captain would be a very difficult trick shot.
Yeah, if I was going for glory of a kill or something, yeah, I might go for the long shot, but that's the most immediate threat.
Muro is right there. So you're talking about kind of rolling away.
Yeah, rolling away and then shooting up at him.
Okay. Yep. So down below, you're here. So yeah, I'm gonna get you back on it. If you can kind of see this, it
Yeah,
may be a little
I got it.
confusing, but you get what's going on. Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, that is that's only short range, so that is that's just a
I didn't mean to move him.
that's just a target number of 1. So you can go ahead and take your shot. He's kind of distracted, yet looking down at the guys with their. Hypatia jumps overboard.
I'll spend 1 momentum from the pool.
Bye, guys.
For an extra die.
Okay.
Oh, nice. That's his lucky momentum. There we go.
Dang. Well, so you got 1 momentum. You hit him in the right arm, and you get 1 momentum. So what would you like to do with that momentum?
Is he wearing armor?
He is wearing leathers.
I'd use, it's the effects of piercing.
The piercing is almost certainly going to take care of that armor.
I have what for momentum? 1 or 2?
Just 1.
1.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's two momentum because you generated an extra 1 from the.
And he wasn't defending or anything.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
He does have. I'm going to give him 1 soak die from the railing. However, so I'll roll 1 die and reduce your damage by that 1 die.
Okay.
That's kind of the effective cover. But it's not a lot of cover. It's just 1 die because it's kind of.
Can I use the 2 momentum for a called shot to the face?
You could.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna do to the head, like
Okay.
in the cheek.
So
like
I'm not going to give him any cover. His head isn't covered at all. So yeah, we'll just. So you hit him straight in the head.
Yeah, not the eye, but the cheek. Basically, I missed. That's a little...
Okay. All right. Go ahead. 7 damage dice. And you can
I can
re-roll
reroll
2 of those, and yeah, he's got no armor in his face. So, I count 6 there. 6. That is a wound. That is most unfortunate for him.
Tempted to spend another fortune point, but that's a lot of people, and I might need them for defense. So.
And there may be more to it than the ship.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy. Basically, I'm happy personally, but Hypatia's not because she didn't hit him in the eye. She's like,
Well, now if he lives, he's got something to remember you by.
Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
I guess it's me if we're going by the order Batanga suggested.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can always change it up in mid-play, too.
Keller, if you want to go ahead and kill some people, go right ahead. I have to go next.
Yeah, you can go next if you want. Okay.
Bo's joined in. I'm gonna add Bo as somebody who can do Kellen, so just to make sure he can see everything.
This fucking guy right here. You added sound effects to the weapons. That's so cool. That's great.
I like sounds.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Not to like.
I'm just gonna watch for a little bit.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, that's cool. All right, so that is 3. He was not pairing. He was still, so he rolls over there and he's kind of getting to his feet with his cutlass kind of limp at his side as he's kind of getting himself up, and you know the ship is rocking as all this is happening, and you kind of follow up with him, and he has no time to really stop you, so you have 2 momentum from that.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the pool, and I'll roll the 3 damage die.
Okay. Go ahead.
3.
That is
Nice.
3, and yep. Okay. You could re-roll one of those if you wanted to. That's a little risky.
Burn the hand. I'm fine with 3.
Okay. That's not a wound, but that's actually enough to you kind of knock. You hit his arm, and he just kind of collapses back down to the deck, and he just looks like he's been beaten a little too hard. And his cutlass just kind of drops to the ground at your feet.
Crushed ribs, just dislocated elbow.
Yeah. These guys aren't too tough.
Yeah. Could I pick up the cutlass since he dropped it?
Normally that would be a minor action, but I will let you attempt maybe an athletics check. If you succeed at that, I'll let you scoop it up.
Okay. I'm gonna spend one of my momentum then to make it a 3d20.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. You got it. And I'll throw the momentum back in there. I might have made it a difficulty 2 but I'll just make it a 1. Not too bad. All right. So you got that back. So now you have a cutlass in hand. Yay for you.
Yeah.
Just picture that by grabbing him by the forearm and beating him with the cudgel, and as he falls to the ground, he just grabbed the cutlass out of his hand.
I'll take that, thank you.
You clearly don't know how to use this.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, Kellen and Matanga.
Matanga is gonna rush up here and swing his cutlass.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. No parry.
Okay.
There you go. In the left leg, 6 dice. No momentum, so it's just straight up 6 dice.
Oh, wow.
Oh my land, that's 10. That is 10 with the vicious. That's 2 wounds. That's a sever of the leg. Yeah.
So Matanga, what he does is he comes up, rushes to this guy. At the last minute, he slips. Actually, he slips on the watery and blood-soaked deck, and he basically kind of like knee slides and ends up chopping this guy in the legs.
Does that Wonder Woman thing when she slides across the ring?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, he puts his cutlass up to meet you. You're not up there. Bad call. All right, Kellen.
Kellen just rushes after Matanga, and after he cuts the guy's legs off, he kind of like tries to jump over the body and come down on the other guy behind him. Ah!
All right, yeah. This guy sees all this crap coming, and he's actually gonna try to parry.
Okay.
Are you using any momentum on your attack?
Yeah, I use one.
Okay. Okay. No
I don't need to be hit
Cipher.
again.
Okay, then I'm gonna actually spend another point of doom to give him 3 dice on the parry, because if you're upping yours, I'm gonna up mine a little bit. Oh, shitty parry. All right, so that was wasted. So go ahead. It's just a difficulty of 1.
With 3 dice, right?
Yep. Oh my goodness. 2 focus on that one. Holy crap. That is 5 successes. So that is 4 momentum.
Yeah, I'll add it all back to the pool
Okay,
later.
that's a lot of momentum. 2, 3, 4. We are at the maximum pool size of 6. So that's a lot of fun stuff for someone. Okay. Let's see your damage.
You can spend 2 of it for a called shot.
Or to do a follow-up attack.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll do it with my fist and follow up.
Then you only need 1 if you're going to do it with your fist.
Okay, that's what we'll do.
So so you get and you can re-roll 1 of those.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't the most impressive roll that time.
Ah, what's
Ooh,
going
not
on
really
here?
at all. That's only 4. Ah, disappointed.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
Kellen, you're killing me.
God.
And what intense does is if you get 1 wound, at least you inflict an additional wound. So it's really nasty. Okay, but you did not quite do a wound, but you can punch the guy. The target number is going to be 2 this time because this is your second standard action is 1 difficulty higher. So go ahead and do your fists. Not quite. You tried. Yeah, he staggers a little bit, but he's a sailor, and he kind of and you're not a sailor, and he seems a little more deft at moving around on this on this uneven surface as it kind of rolls back and forth. I think that's it for everybody. So let's see what those guys do. Okay, up top, Muro kind of takes his whip hand and kind of holds it up to his cheek and snarls. He looks very upset that you have given him a gash on his cheek. And he looks like he's about to come down the stairs, and there's a sharp command from the captain. This is, Muro, get up here. The boat's almost in the water. And Muro kind of snarls at you, Hypatia, and pulls back from the railing.
Now, can we hear the captain?
Yes, yeah, you can hear it over the wind and rain. And you hear Muro say, "Deal with them." So let's see. This guy is going to follow his order and come down, so he'll be down here. He's going to engage with Hypatia, but he will not actually have enough to attack at this point. This guy will be able to come down. I'm going to make him an acrobat or a sailing check to get down the steps and still be able to attack. Yep, he does. So he makes it down and can actually attack you, Var. So he's got a cutlass. He comes down the steps and gets over to rather deftly and gets up to you. And he's just going to do a regular 2-die attack. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my shield, so that would reduce the doom.
Yep. So it's no doom cost. So you can go ahead and do your parry. You want to spend any momentum? Oh, looks like you didn't need to. Holy crap. 3 successes, so his difficulty is 3. I don't think he's going to have an easy time of it. Ooh, he almost hit you.
Almost
wow,
did, yeah.
He barely. So your shield barely catches his cutlass, but you raise it just in time.
Man, he didn't catch a focus with a 2. That's pretty.
No, they're not that good.
Yeah. You can see that.
They're not very skilled. There's just a lot of them.
A lot for me to kill. Come on.
Yeah, they overwhelm their opponent. That's how they take slaves. They're not great fighters. This other guy's also gonna try coming down. Let's see if he makes it. Nope. So he can get down, but he's gonna have to use his whole action. So he is not gonna be able to get to you, Varro. He's just behind the other guy. Over here, the guy is gonna swipe back at Kellen, and let's see what he does. Kellen, you defending yourself? Or you?
Yeah, I'm gonna parry.
Okay. That's 1 doom for me. Oh no, you get the free parry.
Yeah.
You have that free parry thing. Okay. Any momentum on your parry?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
None. All right, let's see what he does then. Oh, he gets a hit in the left leg for 5 dice, and he gets a momentum. He's angry at you for slicing. I'm gonna spend that one on. I'm gonna buy insurance and do a reroll. So let's see. He gets 5 dice. 1. Okay. He is going to re-roll the 2 that failed.
I can't see your damage dice for some reason. It's weird.
When you mouse over, it doesn't show.
I don't even see that you rolled it.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you know what? Okay. I set up that macro to be private.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I can fix it.
Oh, that's fine. I was just
I don't really
letting you
mind.
know.
Yeah, I can change that real quick. I don't need to make it secret. So yeah, his result ended up being 4 effects and 5 total damage. That's 4 stun, 4 knockdown. So you would have to give me 4 doom to prevent each of those. And I believe you still have armor on the left leg. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I guess it's bye-bye armor on the left leg. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna take 5 damage, 5 vitality loss,
Right.
and you're gonna go down and be stunned unless you're gonna give me a ton of doom.
No, not at this point.
Okay, so you are stunned and down on the ground. Yeah, he laughs viciously as he smacks you the leg out from under you, and you go down on the deck.
I can't keep my feet.
Yeah, ships are not your thing, I'm guessing.
No. You better watch out when I stand up, though.
All right. So one of these comes after Matanga. So Matanga, what do you have in hand? I forget. You have a cutlass, right?
Yeah. He does.
Are you?
He went AFK. He said something urgent came up.
Oh, roll for him. Yeah. Is he gonna parry? I would think he probably would want to.
Yeah. Knowing him, he would.
And how much momentum is there? I'm gonna let one of you guys decide. There is currently 5 momentum in the pool.
Yeah.
Use 1 at least.
Yeah, I'd say it's fair to use 1.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll do his parry for him, and he gets that's 2, so that's gonna make it harder. So I'll do his attack. Oh,
but he gets focused.
Lucky bastard, he gets focused, so he hits with 4 damage dice to the right arm. And let's do the 4. Ooh. 2 and 2 effects, so the vicious, that makes it 4. So he's gonna take 4, but I think he has, I'm almost positive he's got, yeah, he's got armor in his arm, so he takes 3. Not terrible, but not great. Okay, so he slices into his arm. No momentum, though. And this guy with the cudgel... the Varro or Matanga? I'm gonna roll a die 6. Call it Varro, even or odd. Can't do any. Yeah, even or odd.
Odd. Woo!
Even. He goes for Matanga. What a shame. All right, there's a bunch of bodies in here. I'm gonna make him have to do an acrobatics or athletics check. I think athletics probably for him. Okay, that's good. He makes it over and can attack Matanga. And he steps over Kellen on the ground. Just kind of.
Poor Kellen.
He goes after Kellen, and he's gonna. I would think he's gonna parry again, but I'm not sure. He's gonna have to give me a doom again, but I think he would do it.
Oh, he's back.
Okay,
Hey, I'm back.
yeah,
Sorry
you're
about
being
that.
attacked for the second time in a round. You didn't quite parry the first guy. It blunted his attack a little bit, and he sliced into your arm a little bit. Not enough to do a wound, but you got hurt. And then this guy with the cudgel stepping over Kellen, who got knocked down and stunned by the guy he hit earlier. So I was just about to do an attack for you. Would you like to parry? It's going to
Yes.
cost two doom to do that.
Yes, I will add to your doom and parry for sure.
The current momentum pool is 4 if you want to add to your parry.
Yeah. I would like.
Okay.
Two
How
dice,
many? 2.
so-
Okay. So you'll roll 4 on your parry.
Okay. What?
Oh, that was terrible.
Oh my god.
That was a bad one. All right, so he's just gonna come down, and he hits 5 dice in the right arm. See what happens. Ouch. That's 3, and so you take 2 because of your leather.
Leather. Okay.
So you lose 2 vigor, and that's 2 doom each to avoid stun and or knockdown.
Oh. Ooh.
What would you like to do?
Oh my god. So that's 4 doom if I.
4 doom to avoid both of those, yes, or 2 doom to avoid only one.
So 1 minute. Can I know what stun does? Is it?
So what stun does is it's let's see. It inflicts the staggered condition, which I have to look.
Okay.
real quick what
Could
that
I
does.
use maybe my fortune to kind of offset that?
Can only perform a standard action. That's not that bad. You can only perform a standard action in a turn if you're willing to pay a point of doom.
Oh. I see.
How long does it last?
And you can't perform reactions without spending a fortune point. It lasts till the end of the next round. So that would basically mean you can't pair. The big effect of that would be that you can't do reactions like parries or opportunity attacks until the end of the following round.
Yeah, I think either way I'll end up spending doom. So yeah, 4 doom and
Okay.
resist those effects.
Yeah, I think this game is set up to give the GM lots of doom to play with. you can't be like, ooh, I don't want to give you any doom.
Yeah. So that 3 goes against my 7, correct?
Yes, it does.
It's adjusted 2 though because of the armor you have on the arm.
Yeah, your armor reduced it to 2 instead of 3.
2. I
So you
see.
only lose 2.
2. Okay. Yeah, that is true. That giving you a lot of doom kind of mess with us later.
Yeah, and now that I've got a lot, I'm gonna start adding to their dice for attacks and doing more parries and stuff like that too. All right, so that is it for them this round, and it's back to you guys.
Can I immediately attack this dude who hit me?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Which one? They both hit you.
the last one who hit me, the guy with the cudgel.
And we lose 1 momentum for end of the round. Okay, yeah, the guy that just hit you.
Yes.
Okay. And what would you like to? Do you want to spend the momentum and or doom?
Yes. Spend a momentum to make it 3 dice.
Okay. All right. He's not going to parry. Go ahead. He doesn't seem too scared of you right now.
Well, he should be.
Okay, 6 in the right leg. No momentum.
What's the unbalanced effect?
The unbalanced means that if your strength is less than 9, then is it strength? I can't remember. I always get these games mixed up. But your strength attribute has to be at least a 9 or higher, or else it's a two-handed weapon for you.
Oh, okay.
That's all. So that is
3. No.
4 because of the 2 effects.
2 effects. 4.
So 4 on him. Not enough for a wound.
Ugh.
Dog. Okay. Who is next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Let's do.
Go ahead.
Cutlass, how much momentum do we have?
You currently have 0 because he just used it for his attack.
Alright.
Okay, that is still a hit. 5 dice in the leg.
Oh, you said 5? Okay.
Yeah. The damage
Excellent.
is 5 dice, and you have vicious.
Oh, Cutlass is vicious, that's all.
Yeah.
5. Oh,
Oh
There
my
we go.
God.
that's a lot of damage.
You actually.
It's 10,
every
right?
single die was an effect, so I'm imagining
Yeah.
you don't want to re-roll that.
No.
Holy crap! That is 2 wounds, which easily kills this guy. What happens here?
When I hit him in the
You got him
leg?
in the right leg. You guys like
That's
the
like
legs.
that's like a femoral artery, man. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. I sliced right through his femoral artery and just a deep cut that he instantly bleeds out and falls to the ground in a single swipe.
Yep. This is your 3rd guy going down, isn't it?
This is my second.
Your
I
second.
haven't killed a lot of people. Oh,
No.
unless you count the guy I choked out.
Yeah, that doesn't count. So I'm just saying because this is, I mean, it may be a little early to try this kind of thing, but this is another part of the game is the whole mental attacks where you just try to scare the shit out of people.
Displays, yeah.
And once you have killed 3 guys in sight of other people, you can do this one display that is effective. The which one is that?
stain the soil.
Stain the soil red.
Yeah.
And
I've
it's
done
an
that one
area
before.
effect, so it can affect guys. I don't know if now's the time to kind of do that. I'm just saying that you just to keep that in mind. There is this. There is this other dimension.
Gotta kill one more guy.
Scaring crappy guys into running away or something.
think-
Okay, so that was you. Did
I'd
you
like
want
to
to do
move, if I
anything
could.
for a minor action? Yeah.
I'm gonna move over here. Get up on this guy's grill.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
because
it.
he's up in Hypatia's grill,
Yeah.
so you're getting into
Actually-
his grill. Yeah, you can
Actually-
engage or what?
Could I give you 2 doom to do another action?
No.
Oh.
If you had generated 2 momentum, you could.
Oh. I thought the rule was that you could give them doom to simulate momentum, but alright.
Yeah, I can, but again, that doesn't. I don't believe that is. I think that's generated. That's again those. That's attack mode. That's momentum spent off of a roll, not immediate. Yeah, the swift action is not an immediate momentum spend. The immediate ones, which is kind of a weird thing to call, those are the ones you can use not off of them. So like a second win, you could spend momentum from the pool, which could be doom, to get back some of your damage,
Okay.
or add dice. But yeah, all these other ones are
That's
are
fine.
kind of the result of an extraordinary.
I mean, that's just less doom for you, so alright.
Yeah. Okay. So you're engaging this guy that's moving on Hypatia, correct? All right. So, Hypatia, what are you doing?
The guy is up top. Is the guy up top still in brain?
No, because he moved up to the aft castle, which
Okay, I was going off of his current position.
And you've got this guy that got right up against you there. So he's coming at you with his cutlass. He hasn't had a chance to attack you yet.
And I can't fire point blank.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out. What did you say?
You can fire engaged point blank.
No, you have to disengage from him first.
Okay, well, if that's the case, all I'll do is I just use the bow to hook him around the neck and draw him in close and just, out of my way, you mangy cur, and start shanking him in the belly with the dagger.
Okay, do you want to do kind of the grabby thing first, or are you just essentially this is going to be a dagger attack?
Oh, it's the bow thing was just for cinematic stuff. It's just going to be a dagger, and based off of if I get enough momentum off the dagger attack, I'm going to try like a knee.
Okay. All right. With the dagger, your reach is a 1, and his cutlass is a 2, so that means your difficulty is going to be 2.
All right.
Hard to get in. That's the effective reach.
Okay, cool.
So,
current momentum?
None. There is no momentum at the moment.
Alright, so just be straight up dagger. 2 dice.
No, not enough. You can't quite get in with his cutlass as he kind of comes up to you with his cutlass out and keeping you at a distance.
And blocks it with that big old giant.
You're trying to swipe at him with the dagger.
Yeah, the big old giant basket hill that covers the hand on the cover.
Okay. That would be your minor action would have been to pull out that dagger.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be your guys.
Kellen.
Kellen.
Yeah.
Kellen.
So minor action to stand up.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, he stands up. And I guess I'll give you a doom to attack the guy that attacked me.
Okay.
There's no momentum in the pool right now, right?
There is no momentum.
Okay.
It is not good.
There we go.
Oh, well, now
There we go.
could be.
I will
That's 3. So you get 2 momentum.
I'm going to make sure I kill this guy. So I'm going to do momentum for blood on steel for talent. So I'll spend 1 momentum to add all my viciouses are +2 instead of +1.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure this guy's
still
dead.
Leaves 1 momentum.
That one can go to the pool.
Okay. All right. Let's do this. 6 dice.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Rerolling 1.
Heavens and rerolling that.
No.
So 6 with
12, 18.
with 5 effects. Yeah, that's 16. Yeah, I think that's 16.
Yeah.
18, isn't it? Because it's 6 effects and each one's doubled, right?
Is it 6 effects?
It is.
It is, yeah.
Oh my. Ouch. Okay. So what happens to his head?
Yeah, he's like, "You laugh at me?" And he just like swings in he basically just takes the top of his skull off right to left with the battle axe, and his brain and bone matter just go flying across the deck. And that would be the 3rd person I've killed.
All right. Good. Okay, so for them, Matanga, make an observation check for me, please.
Yes.
As the observant one. Okay, just good enough. You, while you're fighting, you're able to take quick glances over your shoulder and see what's going on. You can see that the guys up top have been lowering a like a rowboat down into the water, and it has. You even hear the faint splash of it kind of striking the water, and you can see that some kind of rush of bodies up there. They're kind of getting. They look like they're getting ready to go over the side.
And Matanga is going to be like, they're getting away. They seem to be having a rowboat. We need to get them before they leave. Or we are doomed.
Doomed? All right. So let's see. So this guy that's on Hypatia, Varro's coming up to him, and he's more afraid of this guy with the cutlass than he is with some little girl with a dagger. So he turns to meet Varro and takes a swipe at Varro.
I'm gonna parry that.
Parry with your shield. Okay.
Do you have any momentum?
I think we at least have one.
You have one.
I haven't taken any damage, so I'm not gonna spend the momentum.
Okay, so go ahead and give me your parry.
Nice.
My.
Very nice.
That is 3. I don't think he's gonna make it. Wow, he almost did. That's
Again.
That is the second time your shield has just barely saved you. Yeah. All right, so he missed. you that shield goes up and you duck behind it. The high buns. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Let's see. We've got these two guys that are still on Kellen, but Kellen.
Wait, he killed one, right?
Or not Kellen. Yeah, I mean on Matanga. Those two guys were still on Matanga. Matanga, call out even or odd to see if this guy decides to go for you or Kellen, because his attention's on you, but Kellen got up and just killed that guy. He may turn and engage him instead.
Even.
Okay. Yeah.
Me.
You called even. He goes for you. Or I didn't make it clear.
That's fine. That's okay.
Yeah, well, he wouldn't call himself, right? So
Yeah,
it'd be...
yeah. All right. Yeah, they're both going for you, little guy. So we'll do the guy with the cutlass first. And I am going to spend 1 doom of my awesome doomness to add a die. So it's going to be 3 dice. Do you wish to parry, sir?
With what?
You have 1 momentum.
Yes, I will use that 1 momentum to parry.
Okay.
So 3 dice.
Yep. Go ahead.
Eesh. Oh.
No. Alright, let's see what he does. Oh, it's the wrong guy. Hold on.
Nice.
Ooh, didn't matter. Okay, guy with the cudgel. Yeah, he there's just too many bodies and people, and now there's blood on the and it's just going. The ship is rocking badly. So he just overswings. All right, so the guy with the cudgel, he'll just do normal attack.
Okay.
Do you want to parry? That'll cost 2 doom.
No, I cannot give any more doom.
All right, let's see what he does. Oh no, that's 2. 1 momentum. That 1 momentum I'll use to reroll. I'll do a reroll. So now you should be able to see that I changed the macro, so you should be able to see it. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 reroll. Oh, nothing. So it's 4. So at least you don't take a wound. It's the torso, so your armor blocks one of it. So you take 3 vigor loss.
Okay.
But there are 2 stun knockdown effects.
I will take those.
So you get stunned and go down for the time being. Okay. Cudgels are nasty. And I believe that's it, except for this guy over here. He actually rushes back up the steps. He can see that he looked like he was going to come at you, Varro. But he can see kind of what's going on up there, and he kind of decides to rush up the steps instead. He doesn't want to get left behind.
Oh, then.
So...
Forget, is there opportunity attacks in Conan? I don't think there are.
There are reactions. So if someone is engaged with you and they don't use their standard action to disengage, then you can use a reaction to attack them as an opportunity attack. It's
Okay.
the same as parrying. It's like it's one doom to do that.
Ah.
But
Like-
he's not engaged. He was the guy over there, not the guy that
okay.
attacked you. Yeah, it's the
Gotcha,
guy
alright.
that you kind of withdrew from that area, and as you kind of pulled back, and you guys look like you're all busy. So he just sort of takes this moment. He kind of looks back and forth for a second, like, should I attack? And then he's just like, screw it, and he runs up the steps.
All right.
Okay, so it's back to you guys. Who's going first?
Am I still considered engaged?
No, I'm not gonna say. I'll give you the choice if you want to be engaged or not. 'Cause
No,
he
I don't
turned to
want it.
place Cal. I didn't think you wanted to be. So
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want to
say,
be. What will it take to get by him to get up the steps, though?
I could kill him. I could go before you and kill him. Then you could do it
Yeah, that's fair.
if you
Yeah,
want.
I'll wait to see what he. I'll wait to see what he does. Because my whole idea is to get up the stairs and do a volley on them while they're still on top of the step.
Okay.
It's 1 success.
Yep.
Was he going to parry or anything?
Yeah. From here on out, just give me a chance to parry if I want to. I won't. I mean, it's fine. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That's fine.
and 5 with 3 viciouses. Yeah, that's gonna be enough to incapacitate him. That's a wound, and he goes down in a spray of blood on his arm. That cutlass is doing its work. So you can do a minor action if you'd like.
Let Matanga and Kellen go. I'll go.
Okay, so Varro, you still have a minor action though if you wanted to do something.
I'm gonna stay here for now.
Okay. You stay there and you see Dahlia kind of rush out to your side, and she says, "The water's coming up the steps."
Yeah, I was wondering about her.
And she was just kind of cowering in that room watching this fight happen.
We'll have to make haste upstairs then.
I don't want to die here, Varro. All right. So, who's next?
Kellen.
Yeah,
Kellen?
I'm gonna. I turn around and attack the guy directly behind me.
Cudgel man.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, his attention's on Matanga. He's sadistically enjoying this little beatdown he's given to the Kushite.
Yeah.
So
Leave off.
He's not parrying.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, that's bad. That's a 22. So that's a complication. Well, I think it would make sense that with all the blood and the lurching of the ship, Kellen just kind of falls. He slips in the slick blood and just kind of goes down.
Okay.
Boom. And
So can I use my minor action to get back up? For now.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. I mean, whatever.
I feel sorry for you. Yeah.
No.
Use your minor action to get up, but so you're done. All right, Matanga. You're having a little trouble over here. This barbarian is shit. He's swinging his axe around. Well, he hasn't had a chance to swing it in so long.
So given that I'm knocked down and stunned, what can I do at this point?
So you could use your minor action and up.
Okay.
But if you want to attack, if you want to use your standard action, you'd have to give me a doom. That's what the stun does.
I see. So I'll do that. I'll give you a doom and I'll stand up.
Okay. Actually, you're still stunned.
Stunned, and I'll attack with my cutlass.
Okay. At who?
The guy with the cudgel who just kind of beat me down.
Yeah, he would be proud. All right. No parry from him. He's again kind of laughing at that little man getting up again. He's getting ready to clock you again.
This is for everything. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. That's unbelievable. Oh, yeah, he just, so you stand up and you kind of swing, but you are a little dazed, right?
Correct, exactly. So it'll be like a wide arm.
Yeah, it's what he just kind of, as you stand up, he just kind of gives you like a little shove with his cudgel, and you kind of stagger back as you swing, and your it goes wide, and he just laughs. And points at you. Little man thinks he can fight. All right, Hypatia.
Having heard the rowboat warning, Hypatia will get nervous, and
you also see both these guys.
yeah.
She jumps overboard. Oh no, you're going up. Okay.
We'll come up and see the guy who I gnashed his cheek alongside with the captain and everybody on the boat, and I'll just start drawing for arrows to shoot.
Okay.
Ideally, I want to try and trigger a volley if at all possible.
Well, it's not something you trigger. You just
I know, it's with an effect, man.
Yeah, no, it's not. The way a volley works is you choose to spend loads of your 3 loads that you have to add an additional die to your attack. That's what it does. Each load spent adds a die.
Okay, so I can't hit area of effect.
No, it's not really like that. I'm sorry if I made it sound like that. What it does, it's a way to spend a bunch of arrows to try to rapidly put a bunch of arrows at your target, to increase your chance of hitting. It's sort of a standard thing in Conan where kits and other things like that, they have a certain number of uses, and one of the main things you can do.
You said I had, 3 loads?
You have 3 loads total, yes.
Yeah, cinematically realized that's what she was doing. She just started firing like crazy, but her main target's going to be the black guy she shot in the cheek.
Okay. Yeah, he's distracted. They are throwing some knotted ropes over the side of the boat right now. That's what they're overseeing. So you may go ahead and shoot. This is at medium range, so you are no problem here. So it's only a 1. It's only a 1 difficulty because of your special range thing.
Okay, I should be able to do that. The volley, which will give me another die.
Yep.
Okay. Good thing I did it.
Well, that's a hit. Okay, so you strike him in the chest. 7 dice. We'll see what you get.
Please, lots of effects.
Yeah, and you can reroll two of the misses.
Nice.
All those effects, his armor does nothing. So that's going to be a total of 7 damage. Okay, that is another wound. So he turns to you. He kind of sees you at the last minute as the arrow comes, and you can see him kind of raise his whip up like he's maybe thinking about coming after you, and then the arrow strikes him in the chest, and his eyes kind of grow big, and he looks down and drops his weapons and kind of clutches the arrow and staggers backwards into this crowd of people.
Okay, I would like to spend a fortune point and perform another standard attack on one of the other guys. Hopefully one of the people that's working on lowering boat.
Yeah, the boat's already lowered.
Okay.
In fact, when you come up those steps, you can see at this point what they're doing is lowering knotted ropes over the side.
Okay. I still go ahead and shoot at one of them.
Okay. Which one?
Do this guy right here.
Okay. Go ahead. Take your shot. Target number 1. Or difficulty 1, rather.
This is not a volley, though.
Right. Okay. That is a success. 7 damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh my, and
Reroll 2.
2 rerolls. Alright, 9. Yeah, that's enough. This guy's definitely dead. Okay, you put him down. And you can see, as he goes down, you can see the other guy just kind of crumple to his knees and fall forward.
Is it okay if I use resolve my minor action and follow Hypatia up the stairs?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do that. Borrow goes overboard. Water.
Alright, yeah. Dahlia kind of follows along with you then, so you're sort of following up the stairs then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That ever... Yes, I think that was. Kellen,
Yep.
You did your thing, they did their thing. Okay, so what's going on here? Alright, so they're lowering the ropes over the side. The captain goes first. He is not like some captains. He starts going over the side here. And I am gonna spend 2 doom for the captain. Whoops, that's not spending 2 doom.
I got kicked, so hopefully y'all can hear me now.
Yep,
I can hear you.
Okay, cool beans.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he makes it down the side. He is rapidly going down this rope. The one guy there, when Muro went down, looked like he was going to try to help Muro, and the captain just says, "Leave him." And so another guy tries to go down. Oh, nope, he is kind of tangled up. He's having a little trouble getting over, and these guys are kind of moving to get there, and this guy's coming up the steps and trying to join them too. So that's what happens over there. Back down below, you guys still have some trouble here. There are 2 guys. You are both down. So actually what they
I stood
do,
up, right?
Oh,
That's what
you did.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he even noticed you. Like,
Yeah.
took this crazy swing. He didn't even see you. This guy, the guy with the cudgel, he's sadistically still going after the Kushite. The other guy doesn't seem to care. And so he see, you guys are on the steps, so he's gonna go this way. And he's like trying to make his way away. To him it's like, hey, this is over. So he's rushing away. But the guy with the cudgel does not leave, and he attacks you, Kushite man. And I'm gonna add 2 dice, because he's a sadistic bastard. Oh, that is still not that bad. Not as bad as it could be. That's 1 success and 5 dice. So he does hit you, but he does not get any re-rolls or anything. So this straight up die is 2. You have no armor in the head, so you take 2 vitality shots to the head.
I'm at 0 now.
Okay, so that will knock you out.
Cool.
For now. Yeah, so he just kind of clunks you on the head. And then he uses a minor action to move this way. He's done. He's happy you're just like out. He may even think you're dead, but he now wants to get out of here too. Cool. All right, so it's back to you guys. And you all probably, I hope, know, vitality is recovered automatically fully at the end of every little scene. It's not hit points like that you have to heal. Wounds are the things that you have to heal over time. Vitality and your resolve come back at the end when you have a minute to kind of recover.
Okay.
Although it is supposed to be, when you drop to 0, you're supposed to take a wound, I think.
Indeed.
Isn't that correct?
Makes sense.
Yeah, you take a wound either A, when you drop to all your vigor drops to 0, and you take more damage, or B, if you take more than 5 or more of hits in vigor.
Yeah, okay. So... Now, Grant, when you were playing, were you able to spend fortune to immediately kind of cancel the loss of vitality, or is he gonna have to take a wound? And I can see it either way.
Basically, he takes that wound because he took the damage and got to that point, so it would negate it. But he could use a fortune point to negate the effects of the wound. So normally when you get a wound, it raises the difficulty of everything you do.
Right, I know. And that's... Yeah, so I kind of gave Kellen a pass.
Yeah, I can give myself a wound now.
I'm going to give you guys... I mean, this is your first brush with this. I'm going to give you a pass on this one. But yeah, I'd say from now on, you go drop to 0, you get the wound. That's what's supposed to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want us to resolve down below first, Grant and Wolf, and then...
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Kellen just looks at the guy hit Matenga in the head and just... that's not going to happen, right? It just charges after him, attacks him in the back.
He's just like a wild animal running around swinging and hoping to hit something.
I'm going to fall down again. So...
All right, go ahead. No parry. Just take...
Please, Jobu. What's that big Jamaican?
There we go.
Okay, that's 2 momentum.
So can I use a momentum for an extra action after this action? Is that something?
You can use 2 for a standard action. You can use it. You can spend 1 for a standard action if that is going to be an attack with a weapon you didn't use already.
I wanted to keep moving is really what I wanted to do.
Okay, so that would cost you 2 momentum to be able to get another standard action.
That's probably what I'll do.
There is one limitation though, and that is you can only do 1 move action in a turn.
Okay, so I've already
So
done that.
you couldn't
yeah.
keep spending momentum to keep like chaining
Yep.
a move and move like 6 zones.
Yeah, so I already moved, so I probably won't do anything. I just roll the damage dice here.
Okay, so we'll
Bank it.
Just bank that doom for someone who needs it. All right.
Reroll one of those.
Yeah. Not so much there, but that's still great. That's 8. And he had already taken wounds. So, yeah, that's gonna finish him.
So basically, he runs up and like swings him around to face him, and then just takes the axe and just right down across the chest.
Yeah, he was kind of proudly striding away.
Right.
Like he didn't even really account for the fact of you being there because he just forgot about you. So he was just like, "Yeah, I'm the big man," and then you kind of rush up behind him. I guess he's not so big now.
Yeah.
Okay. And Kellen, or I'm sorry, Matanga, are you staying out for the moment?
That would be like my recover action, right? To get back some.
Well, you're out, so you would actually have to spend a fortune to.
Yeah, recover all your
For
vitality.
the rest of this little scene, you're gonna be out, down and out, unless you spend a fortune point.
Okay.
Or, Kellen could like come over and kind of try to shake you awake kind of thing, but you're kind of down, and then I'd let you do a recover action.
No, I'll do the fortune point and spend that to.
Okay, so you get all your vitality back then. And,
what is my total vitality? Let me see. Vigor, right? So 9.
Yep.
Cool. And that is my action.
Yeah, you actually get one more, I think. And let's see, 10. Try 10. Yep, 10 fills you back up.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that my action?
Nope. You can still go. What do you want to do?
I'm
You
gonna run.
just kind of shake it off. You get back up and shake it off for a minute.
And I'm like, and I guess I have to stand up, which would be my minor action, and then I would like to run up the stairs and scream, "Kellen, let's go! Follow me!"
Okay. So we'll follow that after these guys because they're probably gonna move on. It looks like or something. So let's see what happens up there. What's happening up top?
Do you want to go first, Patient?
Yeah, I'm in front of you. I need to give you room. So, seeing the captain scurry down off of the rigging into the boat, I patient will run up here to use the crates or whatever there as cover for incoming. Look down and shoot down at the captain in the boat. Just like, no!
You're actually gonna kind of have to get up on that barrel and lean over if you're gonna shoot down at the captain.
Yeah, definitely. As long as there's something I can stand
down
on.
below. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be an acrobatic move to do that, and still be able to shoot. This turn are you willing to take that chance with a difficulty 1 acrobatics or sailing? But I think you'd probably be better at acrobatics than sailing.
Yeah, I'll do an acrobatics.
All right, go ahead.
2 dice.
Okay, you get up and can take the shot, but you get a complication. So what I'm going to do is your shot is going to be a little off. So you get up, but the barrel is wobbling and the ship is moving, and so that barrel's going to slip out from under you as you're shooting. So your difficulty is going to be 2 higher. So the shot is going to be a 3 difficulty shot.
Okay, what's current momentum?
3.
I will spend 2.
Okay. Go ahead then. You got. There will be no. He can't really parry this. So, go ahead. It's just difficulty 3. Oh, so close. Yeah, the arrow kind of whizzes by him and buries itself in the rowboat, and you can see him kind of pause for a moment and look at the arrow, and then look back up at you, and you see him kind of grimace and curse and continue to climb down. Varro, what are you doing?
I turn quickly to Dahlia and say, "Stay low, my lady, and stick near Hypatia." And then I'm gonna run up and get into the fray.
Okay. There you are.
There I am.
Your turn to fall down.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Do we have any momentum?
We have one left.
I'm not gonna waste it. Is it too late for me to waste it?
I would say yes.
I think the rules do say you can use momentum after the fact.
It does?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'll let you do one. We'll try it. It seems a little loose to me.
No, it says momentum pool create.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to decide what to spend before you make the roll. I don't think you can spend it afterwards to say, ooh, you know what, I think I'm going to get another.
What were you going to say, Zypher?
I was looking at the momentum pool spends handout. It says create opportunity, which is add an additional D20. The decision to purchase these bonus dice must be made before any dice.
Oh, whoopsies.
Yeah, so that one didn't count anyway, so you still have the momentum. We'll keep the momentum. So yeah, you're having trouble rushing up those. You've gone up a couple sets of steps, and you're kind of lunging at this guy. It's just too difficult at the moment. So Matanga, you can get up to where Hypatia, to the area where Hypatia and Dahlia are, if you'd like to make it up that far.
Matanga overboard.
All right.
I moved.
And that is that round. All right, baddies. The captain completes his.
What happened to Kellen?
I killed a guy. That was my move.
He was busy.
Okay.
He was busy down there. And this other guy that was stuck in there, he's gonna make his attempt to get down. Yeah, he gets down. It's just a little slow for him. He didn't have a great time, so he's still a little bit tangled in that. This guy here that Varro's attacking, he'll attack Varro. You can parry.
Yep, gonna parry.
Okay, go ahead.
Shoot. Where the fuck are you, parry?
You can use that last momentum if you want. It's going to go away if you don't use it, so you might want to use it.
I will. 3. Watch him roll a 2.
Seems to be what they do.
I know. Oh my god, he met me.
He got you. Holy crap.
Why is it when I do it?
I know, it's the weirdest thing. Okay. So that's 4 dice.
We're not talking in Conan phrases. That's the problem.
Exactly. Ooh. That is 6.
I'm gonna use my shield to reduce the damage because I do have cover.
Oh yeah, go ahead. That's 2 dice, right?
That's 3, so that's 5, 4, 3, 2.
Plus, yeah. Excellent. Okay, so you just take 2.
Yep. Do you want me to use your little token thingy to reduce it? Which one is it, the green or the blue?
The green is the vitality.
Gotcha.
So your shield did very well.
Yeah, shields are handy.
And this guy's starting to go down. And let's see. Yeah, he's making his way down. They're just being a little slow. And this guy moves over to start to get down. All right, so it's back to you guys.
I'm gonna move as far as I can. Up there.
Yeah, okay, so that would be your standard action to do that.
How far down is the boat?
Actually, no, that would just be a minor action to get there. So, the boat is... I mean, this is a tall ship. The boat is probably about 40 feet down.
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I really want to, but
I know, that's what I'm thinking too, is jump down into the boat, but knowing our luck, we'd go right through it.
you jump down and you die.
Yeah.
I'll just, God, I guess nobody else is in my zone currently, right?
No, You could move as far as this zone if you wanted to kind of get around and up.
Shoot. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Alright, who's next?
Hypatia will try to clear the way. Can I shoot into 2 engaged units?
You can, but a complication means you're going to hit an ally.
Yeah, because I was thinking about this guy right here.
Yeah, and I give them like 1 cover too, because the guy's in the way. So, but yeah, you can do it. That'd be a difficulty 1.
And 1 cover reduces what, the damage?
Yeah, it just reduces the damage by a die.
Yeah,
I'll roll a die also.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. So.
Okay, go ahead. Straight up, or there's no momentum, so you could give me Doom if you want.
How much is it at right now?
The Doom, you can check by doing.
Oh, that's right. For some reason, I thought it was going to cancel out on a roll. Never mind. It's currently 15. We'll just go with 2 straight up.
Nice.
That is a hit. 1 momentum.
Let's see, we're wearing armor.
He is not. Plus your piercing would take care of that anyway.
What is confidence? Gains 1 morale soak for momentum. Change bonus damage. We'll just go ahead and bank it.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Go ahead and do your damage then. 7 dice.
Yeah, it's like some reason it kicked me out. I clicked the 7 dice button, and it just entire Google Chrome went away. Rebooting back in.
Mm-hmm.
Scared the crap out of me, actually. Maybe it didn't want me to show you all those 7 effect dice.
Did you roll?
No, I'm getting ready to.
Oh, okay. And you get 2 reroll. That's not so great. 4. Alright, well, that is some damage. You still have a minor action if you want to move or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna start moving to, like Kellen, start making my way.
Okay, you can move over there. That's a minor action. Matanga? Yeah, you can get all the way over to there. Changing zone by 1 is a minor action. So
So, given that Matanga is a sailor, is there any way that there is a way for him to just try and jump down there using some of the ropes or rigging around? I'm just trying to do something heroic to kind of stop
I'd let you use your sailing to like maybe grab a rope and throw it over and shimmy down.
Perfect. And I'll also use
there are ropes all over them.
Perfect. So I'll also use my fortune to make sure that works. Just to kind of
Okay.
It's like,
well, that would definitely make it work then. Okay, so you can quickly tie off a rope to the railing, and Dahlia is like watching you in disbelief as you just throw it over, and you just like what I'm thinking is, if you're going to try to get down there really fast, you're tying it off, and then you're making a quick judgment of how far it would be, and then you're just jumping over the side and hoping to be able to swing.
Yep.
Appropriately.
Yep. Exactly. It's one of those moments that you either like nut up or shut up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you spent a fortune point, so what that would be is you're putting down a 1 as an extra die to your sailing check.
Cool.
So you can do a sailing check, and you already of 2 dice, and you already have 2 successes.
Perfect. Sailing. Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's 4 successes total. So, that was going to be a difficulty 2 thing to do, I would say, and that may even be a little generous, but yes. so that's an extra 2 momentum left over that you can use for what do you think would make sense?
For the moment, I don't think with all of that I've done, there's nothing else I can do combat-wise, right? Because if not, I'd put in the pool for the rest of them to kind of use it. In a way, like I've kind of rallying the troops up to not give up hope just yet.
Yes. Okay, so where do you want to end up? Do you like vault into the rowboat?
Yes, exactly. So Matanga comes like rushing up. He sees what's happening. He quickly grabs a rope, ties it around the railing, and then he goes like sailing, and he's like, Matanga to the rescue!
Matanga Jenkins! Yeah. All right, you pull a Matanga Jenkins on us. Cool. Like it. You are now in the rowboat.
Nice.
All right. I hate to do this. I got to take a quick bio break here. Before we continue, and then we'll come back.
Now you're gonna like do grappling. Just don't even bother attacking. Just throw them. Start throwing everybody.
Yeah. Falcon kick.
Yep.
I literally was thinking about just jumping in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Just jump straight down.
Yeah.
Go right through the boat, man.
No one survives this.
We're sunk to death ourselves.
I don't care about my life.
Are we even going to get to the pit of Kutallu, or are we just going to die at sea?
I just realized Matanga kind of looks like a thinner Kanye West. Yeah, he does. Like, look at the face. Just look.
I would never be friends with him, so.
Dahlia Kardashian. Make it through all this. We're going to be the pit. We make it through all this. We sail ashore and get eaten by Cthulhu.
It could happen.
All that doom is just waiting to be used.
All right, I am back.
Cool.
Well, I can tell you guys right now, being a little inexperienced in this system, I had no idea this was going to take this long. So there's a bit more to this whole thing that we're not going to be able to finish tonight. So hopefully we'll be able to continue this if you all are up for it at some point.
Be down.
Yes, I'm down.
First.
I'm all for it. I just want everybody to go back to the beginning of the video where he says this is meant to be run as one session.
I really did. I expected this to be about an hour and a half, maybe.
Don't sweat it. Don't fret it. It happens in every single game, man.
Yeah, but I'm infamous for underestimating the amount of time. When the first time I ever played D&D with the Blue Book back in the late 70s, I told my friend, "Oh, there's a little adventure in there. It'll take us about an hour to do," and we stayed up all night playing it. So even I've never been good at estimating time.
I've been there myself, many a times in a sweating our backsides off in a bomb shelter. Watch the sun go down, come up, the sun's back up again.
Yeah. All right, so Matanga does this crazy move, and he ends up in the rowboat down there. You guys actually probably Varro might have some idea that happened. You guys just kind of notice that he goes crazily swinging over the side. So yeah, takes a bow. Excellent. All right, so who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Vara is the only.
Oh yeah, Vara's the one that's left. Yep.
I'll go ahead and kill the guy I'm in front of, or try to at least.
Okay. That is a hit with a momentum left over.
I'll pocket that.
Okay. Things are getting better. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Reroll one of those.
Only got one miss, so. Oh, geez.
7, 8.
8.
He's done.
9. Yeah, that guy is definitely done. And what would you like to do for a minor action?
How much momentum do we have left?
You
How
have
much?
5.
Oh.
No, 4, sorry.
I'm going to spend 2 of those to move up and take another standard action.
Again, I think that's not an immediate spend. You can't spend momentum from the pool to get more actions.
Oh.
Because it's immediate momentum that you can spend.
Okay.
So if you look at the momentum spends thing, the swift action is stuff generated off the roll. The ones with the eye are the ones you can do with just.
Then I'm gonna spend 3 of those momentum to bring myself up back to 9 bigger.
Okay. Fair enough. I'll look at that and see what I can if someone else has a different interpretation.
No, the thing also even if you could do that, you can't do 2 movements. That's the one thing they limit.
Yeah, but he would want to do another attack.
Yeah, he can do another attack. Yes.
Do a second attack, and that's kind of it's a little unclear to me, that whole immediate momentum spends and other spends. Like, my reading of it is that the immediate momentum is the stuff that you can spend that stuff from the pool on, and the momentum that is the kind of the combat momentum stuff that's generated off of the successes from a die roll. That's how I've been interpreting that, but I'm gonna see if there's a discussion about it or something, and maybe I'm wrong. That's just what it looks like to me. Okay. So that's it. Cajero. So these guys are coming down with Matanga. These guys are still on the ropes coming down, so really only Cajero is currently already in the boat, and he was getting ready to push off. But he sees Matanga land on the boat, and he kind of he curses and reluctantly pulls out his broadsword.
That's not his broadsword.
No, maybe it's not. and he's gonna try to make his way on this rickety boat over close enough to attack you. So let's see. I'm gonna spend a couple of doom to make sure he can do that. Give him a sailing roll. Well, he barely is able to. So he gets to you, Matanga, and he's gonna take a swipe with the broadsword, and I'm gonna use 2 doom to give him 4 dice. So I'm assuming you would like to parry.
Yes. How many are there in the?
So currently there's 4 in the pool.
4. Okay. So can I use 2 to parry?
You sure can.
That
get
would
4
be
dice.
4 dice. Okay. Aha.
Nice.
Oh my. 3. All right. So with quote his broadsword, let's see what he does. He barely misses. Matanga.
Matanga will scream back. You have no skill with that, fool. Time to die.
Okay. The other 2 guys are just gonna kind of get down into the boat. So really, it's you 2 guys up. I'm gonna put you a little bit further. You 2 guys up in sort of the middle of the boat, and they're coming down. And this guy has started going over the side. But actually, you could engage him. You could have engaged him, Varro, if that's what you
absolutely.
wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, he's still gonna try to go over the side. He's just more afraid that he's gonna get left behind. So you can take a reaction if you want to give me a doom. You can do a free attack.
Okay, will do.
Because he's not gonna disengage. He's just gonna go over the side.
How much momentum do we have in the pool?
None now.
Oh.
Tanga used the rest of it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's still a hit. Okay, so 1 momentum left. What do you want to do with that?
Roll the damage. 4, free rolling 1 of those.
Yeah, go ahead.
So that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
6, 7. Yep. So he's going over the side, and you take a nasty swipe to his leg as he's going over, and he just kind of tumbles down, and the whole boat rocks as he plummets into the boat. So everybody in the boat needs to make a sailing check. So I'm gonna start making them for these guys. That's not good for him. Matanga's fine. You can even re-roll the 1 die and maybe get some off of that. Ooh, those guys are doing terrible.
Hey, yes.
I better spend 1 for the other guy, for the captain.
Oh no.
Yeah, the captain is okay, so he's gonna give him back. So, Matanga, yes, you generate a momentum off it, Matanga.
Awesome. So there's 1 momentum in the pool now?
Yes.
Perfect, okay.
So the whole boat rocks. These 2 guys that just came down in, they go like, they're still in the boat, but they go like down on the, They're just completely thrown. So they're not going to be able to do anything next turn.
Cool.
And that's it. It's back to you guys. Oh, and then, yes, there is another crack. And the ship lurches badly. And everybody on the ship needs to make a sailing or acrobatics check for me. 1 difficulty. And I'm gonna spend a couple of doom for that. So who wants to make that roll first? Varro. Varro goes down and drops to the deck and loses his footing. Kellen, you're okay. You maintain your footing.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, maybe you've learned something.
Yeah.
You got your sea
You
legs.
actually add 1 momentum back in. You're handling it just fine on your light feet.
I used Kellen to prop myself. grab a hold of him and then realize I'm touching him. I'm like, ugh, pushes him away.
A woman will have time for that later.
I don't think so.
Okay.
What happened to Dahlia?
So back to the rest of you guys.
Oh God, Dahlia's dead.
Cool. So Matanga is going to attack this slaver captain with everything he's got.
Okay.
I'm going to use
The
that.
slaver
You
captain.
want to see if we can generate some momentum for you?
Oh yeah, sure. Do that.
That might be because I'm gonna just move and then try to get down as quick as possible. I don't know how you want to handle that, but
That is going to be sailing or acrobatics again.
be acrobatics for me.
All right, and if you're so you're trying to, are you going crazy here and trying to go down really fast?
Yeah, I'm basically trying to slide down and hold onto the rope for
that's
support.
That's too difficult
Okay.
then.
Do we have any momentum right now?
You have 2 right now.
I'd spend them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna get down there.
Okay, so you spend them. There you go. Oh my gosh, look at that. 3 successes, Kellen.
Nice.
Awesome.
Mhm.
All right, so that puts 1 momentum back in.
Yeah.
And you are over the side, and you're like down the yeah. So
Into the boat.
yeah, you're like down in the boat now. That's crazy. Okay, Hypatia.
I'm gonna try to rush over, step on this guy's head, launch up, get up to here, and try to shoot down at one of the prone people. Probably him.
Okay. Go ahead then. There is 1 momentum if you want it, or you can leave it.
What's the difficulty rating?
It's a 2 for the. Actually, we'll just call it 1 for the range because he's prone and unable to do anything.
Okay, we'll
There's
just
a lot
go.
of rocking going on, but I'm just gonna make it 1 for now.
Okay, I'll go off of what I have then.
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah, that is a hit.
Nice.
7 dice.
So reroll 2 of them.
Yep. Alright, that's 6, and he'll have no armor, not that he had any. Alright, that is a wound, and a nasty loss. Okay. So that hits him in the leg, and you pry out a little bit over the wind. Matanga did, yeah. So it's back to you now, Matanga, and his momentum is is only 1 at the moment.
Well, Vanso could go, right? Or Varro.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. That's right, Varro.
Sure.
You were knocked down.
Yeah. Was it an action to stand back up?
It's a minor action to get up.
Okay.
So that's a minor action.
Did you just get rid of the Dahlia token, or did something actually happen?
You can make an observation check.
Alright. God damn it, I have horrible observation. Do we have any momentum in the pool?
You have one.
You have one.
Alright, I'm gonna spend it.
Okay. One success. As you fell and the ship crashed and everyone lurched, she had just been leaning over the railing to see what happened to Matanga, and she just goes right over the side. You saw her go over the side.
Which direction?
As you went down. Yeah, she would have been about here, somewhere there.
I dive in.
Okay. What are you abandoning your shield and cutlass?
Yep.
Okay, he goes in. Boom. So you can make either an acrobatics check or a sailing check again for that.
Acrobatics, for sure.
Or, you know what? I think athletics would also apply too, because I think that has to do with swimming. Athletics. So swimming. So that's your.
I'd use acrobatics for sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Two.
Very nice. Okay, so you go in. I'm going to generate one momentum off of that, unless you want to spend it for something.
Can I spend it specifically to find her?
Yes.
Somehow?
You could spend it to. What I'll say is you can spend it to. You see it in time, and your adrenaline just kind of goes crazy, and you're jumping over. And you can still, as you're jumping over, you can still see the remnant of the splash where she went in, even in all the crazy waves and stuff. So you kind of know at what point she went down, so you can make your way, like you kind of jump to that place.
All right. Then yeah, I'm gonna spend the momentum to find her and see if I can pull her back up.
Okay. All right, so you are down there. Let's do Matanga.
Awesome. Matanga is gonna hit attack with his cutlass.
And there's no.
Yeah, we tried to generate some momentum and used it all.
Yeah.
Never listen to the barbarian. That's the
Yeah, no. Yeah, don't listen to me.
So just a straight attack.
Yes, a straight attack.
All right, he gets a free parry with the broadsword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend a couple doom to make it a good parry of 4 dice. That is going to be a 4 difficulty for you.
Should I still attack? I guess
Yes. Now, I'm not going to do it, but I also want to say you can apparently spend reactions off of parries as well. So if he wanted to, he could spend one of those to like counterattack with a fist, or 2 of them to attack with his broadsword after he defends, right?
I see.
So, I'm not going to do that, but that is an option. So, yeah, you missed. So, yeah, if he did really well on a parry and figures, yeah, you're probably not going to be able to hit. I'm just going to use 2 of those to be able to counterattack. That's something you can do.
I see.
Because that's also a reaction. It would cost 1 doom to do that, but that would let you do it. Okay. So, all right. Or no, it wouldn't, because that's an extra action. That's the thing that goes off of the attack momentum. That swift action. Swift action can also be off of the parry roll. I remember reading that somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. So, but anyway, you miss. And so that was that. Things aren't going so well down here for these guys. Captain Cajero will attack you back. Are you defending yourself?
Yes, but I guess I'll just do a parry, but a normal parry.
Okay. So that will give me a doom, and okay, that's good. Let's see what he does there with his 2. I'm not adding anything. He did hit, but no momentum. So that is 6 dice in the torso.
Ooh.
That is 6.
Just let your armor get broken.
Yeah, you can do that to save
Yes, I will let
yourself.
my armor get broken.
All right, so you still take, what is it? So 5, because but then
No wound,
you
correct?
take, but no wound. Yes.
Perfect.
All right. So that is Matanga with his beaten up leathers.
Good
These.
thing you found the jerkin, pretty much.
I know.
All right. These 2 guys that have fallen down with Kellen right in the middle of them. The one guy will get up and try to attack you, but he can only attack you with his fist because he dropped his cudgel when they had that terrible fall. So he's just gonna try to grab you, Kellen.
Yeah.
And but you still have your battle axe, so he's gonna have a really hard time because his reach is a 1, your battle axe is a 2. Are you gonna parry?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. I'm just gonna spend 1 doom to give him 3 because this is gonna be really tough for him. Ooh, he does hit you. That was so he got 2 successes, which is just enough. So no momentum, but he gets 4 to the right leg. 1, 2, 3. So he does. Do you have armor in your leg? I don't.
No, it's all broken.
Oh, that's right. It's all broken. So you take 3.
Okay.
And you either give me 2 doom or you're stunned.
I'll give you 2 doom.
All right. And this other guy, he's actually unconscious. So he actually doesn't get to do anything. So that's it for you guys. So let's go back to Varro.
Yep.
You are fishing around for her, and you actually you think you see her a little further down. So you can swim down further if you'd like.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to.
Okay. You come, what you thought was her, you come face to face with a thing. It's kind of swimming up from below.
All right.
And
I'm going to spend a fortune point.
and what is that?
And I'd like to introduce a factor as detail to the current scene.
Okay. Underwater bubbles. Yeah. All right. What do you want to do with that?
I'd like to actually find Dahlia.
Okay. All right. So you see that. So I'm gonna make it so that he is what you see instead is he is dragging her down under the water.
All right.
this thing, and it doesn't seem aware of you.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get to it.
Oh yeah, you can. I mean, you spent the fortune point. I'm just gonna. So you're like right on top of them, so you can do what you want to do.
Try and pull her out of the thing.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you wrench her free from this thing and kind of pull her up to the surface. And the two of you grab a deep breath. And so that will be your turn. Is that you're not sure where that thing is anymore, but it was. So you kind of grabbed her and kind of with a superhuman effort, kind of sailed back up to the surface. So you two guys are above the waves now.
Cool.
Okay, so back to you guys.
Kellen, go ahead. Wolf.
I was gonna say Hypatia is gonna lean over, seeing that dude's unconscious, pop one off at the captain finally.
Okay. So Matanga is engaged with him, but he's not between the two of you, so he'll have no cover, but a complication will still hit Matanga.
Yeah.
So it's a difficulty one. Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay. So yeah, that's 3. That's 2 momentum.
I want to use the 2 to make it a shot to his head, the back of his head, neck area.
Okay. That is a shot to the back of his head area then. Go ahead and do your 7 dice.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
I can re-roll. Was there one of them?
There's
only
one.
one of them that actually missed.
Get a 2. And an effect won't matter, but...
Oh, all right. So that's 8. So that is a wound. That's not good for him.
Up here, lover.
Yeah, that yeah, that takes like a chunk out of his head, I would say. Yeah, he's he's still standing there, but that was yeah. Okay, so who's gonna go next?
Matanga's gonna go.
You want me to try to generate momentum because you might need
No.
it against that guy?
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, I won't use it this time. I know that.
I swear. There's no momentum right now.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
I'll be able to kill this guy, I'm thinking.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so he just gets punched in the face and starts laughing in this crazed blood. Ha ha ha!
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. Oh yeah.
See?
Okay, 1 momentum off of that.
I'm just kidding.
You're gonna what?
No, I was
Make
just
it?
kidding. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. Reroll. Ah,
All right. That's 7, and
that
that's an
probably kills
intense.
him, right?
So that's 2 wounds because of the intense quality. So, yep. You just I would say that's a severed arm there.
Yeah, he just cuts his arm off and the body spins around and splashes into the water as it falls.
All right, Matanga, it's on you. What are you
I'm
gonna do?
There was one
There's
momentum.
one momentum left. Yep,
I'm
and
gonna use that.
he's going to parry. And I'm gonna spend 1 doom to make it 3. Gonna parry with 3. So you're gonna do 3 dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see what he does. All right, your difficulty is a 2.
Let's go for it.
Nice.
All right. One
And I'm
momentum.
gonna use that to make sure that there's 1 damage.
Okay. So just add 1 damage. All right, 6 dice. And so that
4.
is just 4.
12 total for that guy.
Yeah. Okay, so that's not a lethal hit, but he does kind of collapse down, and the broadsword kind of slips out of his fingers, and he kind of crumples to the boat. He's not dead, but
Yet.
he's essentially he doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much of anything.
Cool. That's my
So yeah, that's it. And so his turn. So that's it for you guys. So really, it's just Kahero. He just kind of looks up at you and kind of spits in your face and calls you a bastard.
So be it, Kohero. I'll be a live bastard compared to you, the fish food.
Oh, if you don't kill him, Callan is definitely gonna go over there and do some violence.
He's keeping it for Kellen.
Oh yeah, Kellen walks over, grabs him by the back of the hair, turns him over, and just starts bashing his head against the rails of the boat over and over and over and over and over and over again until his face is just crushed and disintegrated, and just tosses him out.
All right.
Matanga will try and
Somehow
help.
he survives. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. But he did lose a tooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you toss him over. All right. What's going on upside there?
I'm gonna finally start making my way down. I'll be like,
Yeah.
stop playing with your food and make room on the boat. I'm coming down.
Okay, and what about Varro?
Yeah, I'm swimming over to the side of the boat. I'm gonna help Dahlia up into it.
Yeah.
Matanga's gonna help as well.
Okay. Yeah, she looks kind of shaken. And yeah, Matanga's right there, so you can help her in, and she kind of is hauled into the boat, and she's kind of coughing and sputtering, and yeah, and then Varro, you can get in.
Yeah, I slap her back. Deep breaths, my lady.
Do I need to at least roll?
No,
Okay.
not at this point. The ship is starting to break up, but you get into the boat.
Toss the bodies around, and the first thing I want to look for is there any water skins or provisions anywhere?
Actually, there are a few provisions that they already loaded into the boat before they lowered it down.
Yeah, immediately go to them, grab a water skin and some provisions, and just sit down and start eating.
Starving, yeah. Are you leaving the 3 bodies in here, by the way?
No, I'm
No.
punning him out as soon as I
Yeah,
can.
okay. Make an observation check, Kellen, while you're throwing those in
Okay.
there.
Observation. We have any momentum?
I don't know. No, you do not. Okay. You observe them go outside and sink below the waves. Yep, you can push off and get clear of the boat at least.
Mm-hmm.
Bet one of them had a map and a sextant.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Matanga is a sailor. He can sail.
Yes, you can navigate this boat. There is the captain has a little chest that they lowered in the. So there's a chest and some provisions, definitely some water, and some food that's already was in the boat. So that's fortunate.
Yeah, Hypatia starts snacking and drinking. Then once she saw Dahlia on board, she'd hand the water skin and half her food to Dahlia.
Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, she seems grateful, but a little kind of out of it. But she'll accept it and kind of half drink. You know, she's taking some sips and kind of sputters a little bit and coughs on it just a little bit.
Don't worry, eat, enjoy it. You'll need your strength.
Mm-hmm. She looks at Varro. What's Varro doing?
Sitting and just watching out for her mostly.
Okay. She reaches out and takes your hand and just looks at you and just kind of, you can't actually hear her say it, but you can see her mouthing thank you.
Gives a small nod.
And then she just kind of takes her hand back and drinks a little, and she looks like she's kind of inward a little bit. She's not really paying much attention to around her right now.
I don't suppose my sword's somehow survived.
Matanga would have pointed it out to you.
Yep, your sword is sitting at the bottom of the boat where Kahero left it.
My blade.
You seem to have lost your belongings, Varro.
Hi, I
Good
thought it was
fight.
lost for good.
A good fight on the boat.
Not enough men to kill.
That was quite a daring feat you did.
Thank you.
Like that.
I think he means me, Kellen.
Does anyone know where the infernal hells we are?
We are safe for now. Hi,
The ocean. Somewhere.
Can I do like a sailing check to kind of, if there's a rock jutting out, there must be land close by. Kind of
Probably. Yep.
heading.
You would guess that there'd have to be. And from what you could tell, like when you got little occasional, you could sort of see on a bright day, you could see through some of the little cracks in the hull, and you could see that, they are generally sailing along the coast. Land was usually in sight as they sailed.
So I'll say,
Kellen, help me with the oars. Need to get out of here.
He just grunts and does.
Matanga, you can make an observation check to quickly figure out like which way the land would be.
that's
Goodness.
success.
Super easy. Oh yeah, it's plainly obvious. You can see which way the waves are generally moving, and it must be land must be that way, so south essentially.
Excellent.
Which is really east, but whatever. Yeah.
Cool. So I point the direction I'm going to row, and then I start rowing with Kellen in sync to get us moving.
Okay. Cool. You row, and strangely, after about 10 minutes, the sky's clear, and you can see the morning sun kind of coming up, and you can see the beach, and it should only take you another maybe 15 minutes or so to get there.
Okay, continue to row.
And you arrive at the beach, and you can see the ship has broken up behind you. It's it has gone down. You still see part of it kind of sticking up, but it's going to go down eventually. And you arrive at the beach, and it's actually midnight my time, and that's where I'm going to have to cut it. But you all kind of arrive on shore.
We survived.
Yay!
Survived.
Through the grind.
Nice.
Awesome. I'm gonna stop the recording now.